He's gonna. Did not expect consideration from a woman until I got.
Oh shit, my bad. Damn, that was my fault, everybody. Welcome to the OPOV podcast. It's the one on Don Juan J. Torn, the _ real Batman _ OPOV on Instagram. We are live. So tonight's show, we're gonna call this show Questions. Because we got questions. I got questions. I think everybody else in here got questions. It could be sex questions. It could be dog questions. It could be church questions. It could be politics. We gonna have fun tonight, man. Everybody in the building. We got some special guests in the building. Listen, before we start, I need everybody to go to the YouTube page and hit the notification bell, subscribe, and that thing gonna hit that bing button. Joy, you got a bing over there? Like that. It just sounds something similar to that. So let's go subscribe. Let's get the likes going, everybody. Let's we finna have a good show. We got a step-in co-host for my dog D. Oh, once again, D not in the building tonight, y'all. He'll be back soon. He handling his business. When he come back, y'all will know. But we got this person.
The troublemaker himself. Dressed up.
What you got going on, Mo?
What's up, man? This is your boy Mo Wise, playwright, actor, director, coach, track and field, whatever you want to put it, philanthropist. Standing in for the great D. It's just definitely an honor. When I got the call from Bat, I was like, man, I'm robbing. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
So I was excited and ready. So today's show is questions. So I know we got questions. I know ladies got questions, right? Yeah. And we definitely got some answers. So let's go ahead and dive in.
We definitely got some motherfucking answers.
I brought my book today. You know.
Not the book.
Oh shit!
I brought my book. You know. I'm
what
a note
color is
taker.
the book? Is the black book, purple book?
It's a black book.
Oh,
It's the note taking book.
I love when this
I
nigga
hear a
had
lot
his book.
about black books now.
When this nigga had that motherfucking book, though,
I'm ready. I'm locked in.
Motherfuckers get in trouble with that book,
Find
bro.
the black book.
Locked in, no Adderall. You know.
Okay.
Oh shit! Well, y'all already know who we got. Joy.
Hey guys. I'm glad to be here again. What episode is this?
12.
Episode 12. So we're in a full room tonight. And for the ones that don't know, I'm Joy Moma, J to the O to the Y. You can find me on Facebook, Joy Moma. And on Instagram, it's MS. Don't even start that.
Okay.
Don't even play that music.
All right.
He plays this. MS_XXL is where you can find me on Instagram. Also, across the screen, if you can take a look, it is the website to my swimwear line. You know, spring is here, summer is approaching, so let's be bold, let's be confident, let's be beautiful in different, unique, trendy swimwear from extra small to about 6.
Damn.
Love it.
Huh?
Damn.
What are you talking about? We are beautiful. And
Suits too.
yeah.
I didn't say that. That wasn't me. That was
No, that was.
outside.
I'm just saying, damn.
It was 6X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
Damn.
Fat girls need love.
But you know, swimwear runs small though, so you know, so sometimes you have to get the 6X for the girls. That's like the
Well, I guess girls that
4A.
if you have a big
breasts. Yeah,
yeah.
you have to
Okay.
go up like 2 sizes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
we're not body shaming.
I'm not. All I said was damn. 6X. That's damn.
Well, if it's for a girl with really big boobs, that's like, and
It's-
she has
I'm
to wear
telling you.
6.
I mean,
yeah.
Because I'm a
Because
small,
my
sometimes
girl
I have to wear large.
and
Yeah.
big bottoms too.
Yeah.
So it's just like
So,
Mo, how you feel about that?
Definitely not body shaming, but some things that don't look right on certain people.
and I agree.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
it's just an
I
observation.
mean, being fat can be controlled.
No.
Yes, it
You
can
don't
be.
have to stay that way.
You
It
can.
can.
And if you want to wear certain stuff, you have to make sure. I personally just think make sure your body's proportionate to what you're actually wearing.
Hey,
It's
just,
Well,
just me
listen,
personally.
my swimwear line, it does gravitate to all shapes and sizes.
Like-
Like if you're not too confident in wearing a 2-piece, you can do a 1-piece. I have cover-ups. I have
all
pants.
inclusive.
Yeah,
Period.
all type of
Love it.
things.
it's
Yeah,
just, I just
so-
look at it like, what if I came here with some oversized clothes? What's wrong with this guy? Y'all gonna look at me weird.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say back for the 99s and 2000s.
But they look at big girls that are dressed inappropriately weird too. Everyone does.
That was
Yeah.
my
Big-
that was
but
my point.
that's the point though.
That's
Maybe
my
they
point.
like the attention. I don't know.
Well, perhaps.
They may actually like
Even if
everyone.
it's good
I'm
or
saying
bad.
it's not body shaming. If I,
That's
it's
not
like-
body
I mean,
shaming.
it's
No,
not.
I'm saying
It's
it's not like if I wear something too big, it's like that don't fit you. Like you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Right.
Vice
Although they
versa.
used to do that back in the days, though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say, boy, you too skinny to be
Right,
wearing
that thing.
Fuck
But if you have real friends, if
Don't.
you're a girl wearing something that's too small for you, your real friends would tell you.
Yeah, a
Girl,
lot of the girls
yeah.
don't be real friends and they don't
Yeah.
be saying
I
nothing.
mean, they
or
try-
they don't be
Nothing.
trying to like hurt your feelings.
Oh.
Right.
Or some people don't
no,
listen.
they want the attention so they can laugh at you, and then they pull the man.
Oh, that was a good
that's
question. I
yeah,
could've
that's
answered
a
that.
snake move.
I'll
Like
wait.
yeah, because that could be low key too. She know you look a mess, but she want to look good. She want to be the cute
Yeah,
friend.
someone else-
True,
it's
true.
someone
That's
else
not a
cousin.
friend. But that's
That's
why I
not
feel
a
like that's
friend.
not a friend. If your
That's
friend is
not.
not gonna tell you, girl, you not looking right while
Yeah.
you're walking outside. You're right. That's
Yeah,
not
my
a friend.
ain't walking behind me looking a mess.
Yeah.
Like, you're a
But friend,
reflection
but
of me,
and you know
baby.
we Haitian friends sometimes tell each other when they gaining weight. Like
Yeah.
damn girl,
Yeah, I
you
know my
getting
mama not
big.
scared to tell
Yeah.
me.
My
You know
mom
what's-
ain't scared
my
to tell
parents-
me.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Y'all in here lying like a motherfucker. Girls do not be honest to each other.
They don't.
Not all of them, but
Not
there
none
are
of y'all.
some.
And then they try to
It's a
throw the
small
word around.
percentage, but
If that was your friend, then
Come on, man. That shit.
I can't speak for
Anyway,
myself.
y'all
I don't
in
hang.
here
Yeah,
capping.
I don't hang with women
That's
like
why I
that.
said small percentage.
I don't
'cause
hang with
y'all
women like
right.
that.
One mic.
I tell the
One
truth.
mic.
Yeah.
Okay, so look,
Well,
let's,
yeah, we
let's,
getting this going.
let's get. Yeah, it's already started.
No,
Okay.
but
It's
before we
gone.
even
The
get
6X.
into it, let's swing it to
To
the
the
lady, the
girls,
beautiful
yeah.
lady to my right.
Okay.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi
How can we
guys,
find
my
you?
name is Nikki. You can find me on Instagram, 1111 Goddess
Oh,
with an
shit.
extra S.
Oh shit.
And I sell sex toys, so you can also
shit.
follow me on Instagram at Sexy Toys, and my website is www.sexytoys.shop. Oh, okay, because I was like, damn, I was talking for nothing.
No, you good.
Dot shop.
Sexy toys. Do you have Instagram?
I'm finna fix that.
Yes, at Sexy Toys, and my personal Instagram is 1111 Goddess with an extra S.
And it's 11 with the number or
Yes,
spelled out?
Yeah, 1111 the number.
Okay.
11111 Goddess.
Goddess. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do like parties?
I don't do parties. I'm just online based right now, so I'm just
Okay.
an online store. But if you are in Florida near me, you can well, I said Florida, but more so Miami, Broward near me, you can pick up the toys, or I could drop it off.
Damn.
Like,
What type of toys you sell though? Like,
I sell a little bit of everything. I kind of focus more on women, to be honest. Like women too. I'm kind of like.
so
I
you ain't got no pocket
self-pleasure.
pussies?
I have a little something for men too.
What?
But pocket
pussy.
pussies,
Put the
anal
pussy in
toys,
your pocket.
cock rings.
So you walking around with pussy in your pocket?
It's a pocket pussy.
Well,
So you
shit, the
just
one
pull
I
it
got
in?
is really like
It's long,
it's
right?
it's
A
long. They got a face of a girl and then a pussy on the back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
different.
Wait, and you put that in your pocket?
You can't put it in your
No,
pocket, but you
no.
can walk around with it in your hand if you want to. Though.
Why the fuck you looking at me like
You can walk around with it though.
Okay. Learning something new all the time. on
Yeah.
OPOV.
Hey man, listen, man, she got them pussies in the pockets for y'all niggas that be horny, man.
So,
Okay.
so y'all men be want to keep their pussies in the pocket?
Yeah, my pussy better stay in the pocket.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's swing it to the other beautiful Nikki across from me. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from? How we can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Nikki Lee 2.0 or Facebook.
You gotta speak it to that mic.
Oh, Nikki Lee 2.0 or Nikki Lee.
Yeah, you can grab the
Instagram.
mic too with both hands. You know, y'all was out there talking crazy, so don't be.
Don't put my business out there like that.
Oh, shit, I
Let me
heard it.
warm up first.
Okay, we gonna warm you up. We got you. We got you.
All right. So you said Nikki Lee.
Yes,
Nikki
2.0.
2.0. What's the 2.0 about?
Rebranding, because
Okay.
I'm actually a brander in marketing. So,
Okay.
just rebranding myself and rebranding everybody else around me. So,
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Love it.
All right. Love it. All right, Miss Lady.
Uh-huh.
Well, hey guys, thanks for having me back. My name is Chelsea. I do pole fitness. So if anybody's interested in taking a pole class or learning some tricks or booking me for a party, you can find my Instagram, Chelsea Lately 556. I'm also a firearms instructor. So I'm also the 762 goddess. I teach women and men as well how to arm themselves and protect themselves. So shout out to Pew Pew Life. Ladies, don't be a victim. Pew.
All right.
Okay.
God damn. That's
You
deep.
know, they asked me, would you want to do a gun license or a marijuana card?
What did you choose?
Well, in the state of Florida, you don't need a
violence.
conceal. You don't need a concealed in the state of Florida.
Well, now, right?
No, you don't. But I
Wait,
suggest
you
you don't
don't?
need a concealed weapons license
Oh.
in the state of Florida.
Well, that's true. You could just buy a gun, but pick it up after a few days.
Yeah,
or
you
weeks,
have
right?
to abide by the cool down laws, but to conceal carry, you don't need a permit. I suggest people still get one just in case and understand, because a lot of people don't know when to pull a gun out, and that's when
Yeah.
you have all these people just going to prison,
That's
going
the
to
thing. I
throwing
don't
their
wanna
life
shoot
away, like,
nobody.
oh, self defense, stand your ground. It's like, no, you finna go to jail, bro.
I mean, I get it that you don't want to shoot nobody.
No,
I
I
as well
don't.
don't. But what if it's a situation where you have no choice?
Yeah, like if
I
your
know.
life is in
That's
danger.
That's what sucks. Cause
Especially
That's
as
so
a woman,
bad.
you walking down,
Minding
these
your
streets
own
is
business.
these streets is real weird out here. You in an Uber,
I ain't gonna
Exactly.
lie.
Literally,
I'ma say this.
literally.
versus them.
I know I'm finna get all type of backlash for this, but I don't think y'all need guns, man. It's kind of
Yes,
scary.
I mean,
though.
there are
Not
pepper
everybody
spray.
needs a
Damn.
gun.
Stuff,
Not
but-
everyone
Can
needs a
can I
gun.
say why?
I
Sure.
do prefer pepper spray.
I prefer
fine.
y'all with pepper spray or
Yeah.
tasers. When
Yeah.
women
Which
with
is fine.
women with guns, I'm nervous.
Why? Because we'll shoot your ass.
What
Because
you think
y'all-
we're too emotional?
Woo!
And y'all think
It's
we're
more
gonna just
men out
shoot?
here killing women
Exactly.
out of domestic violence. Men are the ones that are now I would say extremely emotional.
I know
Fatal
y'all know how to move the
attraction, baby.
goalposts though.
So
but
it's
I
not
think
moving
you
the
should be
goalposts.
more-
We speaking facts. It's more domestic violence on men shooting women than women shooting men. A lot of women don't actually have guns like that.
I don't know, because I'm about
So-
to get into this Jordan with the 411, and it's kind of quite interesting.
let's do that. Let's go that direction, sweetheart. What you
Okay.
got? What we doing? Shots or joy with the 411 first?
Let's do shots. Yeah, let's do shots.
Well, it's
Let's
on
do
you.
shots.
You know.
All right, so everyone grab your shots. Oh, wait, what about audience? I don't see nobody up.
Oh, they
Any
watching, but
lights?
man. God damn it. Hold on, man. What the fuck, man? Listen, man. Bruh. Y'all can't be in here paper chasing like that, man. Like, look.
Well, paper cheese.
Look, man. Look, dog.
You know, they just had
Look,
it at a
dog.
concert.
Like the motherfucking video, dog. Like the motherfucking video, dog. God damn, it costs $3.99. Damn, nigga. Okay, bet that up, G. You're like, come on, man. Get in there, man. We see y'all looking and shit, man. Y'all just be trying to, watch from the outside. That's something similar to what that shit called when you go to the mall and you just be window shopping and shit, man. Hit that like button, man.
And
Support the brand.
subscribe.
Support the brand. Go ahead, Joy. You got it.
All right, so the motion. Let's grab.
Oh,
We're drinking tequila
I
tonight.
done.
Yeah.
I was going to, but I did that last time. It's okay, sis. I did it last time.
Yeah, it's okay. Just pour another one.
Yeah, y'all gonna be good and fucked up.
And another one.
Hey, boy, listen.
What you got,
Whatever,
Jason?
whoever they coming to after this show, boy.
All right, here we go. Oh,
I didn't get one.
yeah, it's right there. I'm waiting on you.
Waiting for you to get picked up.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm sharing the video.
It's giving you're not interested in the shot.
I mean, I'm not as interested.
Peer pressure.
But I do it.
All right, so here we go. The motion is up, and then we're down, and then we come together. All right?
Okay.
All right, so we're never above each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're never beneath each other, but we're always with each other.
Yes.
Love it.
All right. It's on you, Joy.
All right, so let's get into the Jordan with the 411. Just piggybacking on what you said, Chelsea, about your statistics that men are more what?
Domestic violence?
Yeah, than women. So
No, as far as killing them, men have the highest
More
percentage of
emotional.
killing their wives through domestic violence.
okay. Well, this Florida woman facing multiple charges after she allegedly fired shots at her housemate during
So
a-
it was another woman?
Yeah.
They were
Well,
gay.
no.
That
It was a
relationship.
male.
Oh,
so
okay.
she shot at a male.
She shot at the male.
Okay.
But housemaid, I guess.
Mhm.
During the heated dispute over who is in charge, since they were both splitting the bills 50-50. The 59-year-old victim told authorities he overheard the woman talking to her friends outside that she runs the house. When she walked back into the house, he responded, "You don't run shit." The woman followed behind the guy with her gun and let off shots 4 times in his direction. He was not hit, but the woman is facing charges of attempted second-degree murder with a deadly weapon and illegal possession of a firearm.
Wow.
What you
Threw
said
her
about
life
Chelsea?
away. That's
I
one
mean-
case. We talk about
it's
statistics
one case.
overall.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like I would just say that
She
is
was
a very
trying to scare him pretty much.
We don't
Like,
do
she's trying
that.
to show that she's
you don't
boss.
do why
Which
there's
is-
so many
she
things
shouldn't
wrong
do
with
that.
that.
But it was just so interesting because
There's so many things wrong with that situation.
it just lets you know that there must be gender roles in a household. I don't care what no one says.
It-
like
I mean,
I'm
it
big
It
on
depends
gender
on the
roles.
person. It depends on the person.
One might-
Either way, it ends up being
A confusion.
right.
Yeah, because if he played more of the man of the house, I don't think she would have had that conversation with the women outside that she runs the
I
house.
think if she was a respectful woman, if she respected her housemate and respected herself overall, she wouldn't be having scandalous talk with her girlfriends about things that are going on inside her household, and she would not have approached.
if
You don't talk about.
What's the thing?
But why are you
Yeah.
talking to your homegirls about that?
Because just like
That's
me and you
venting.
talk, we
That's
vent.
venting. That's not your business. What goes on in our household?
No,
That's not your girl's
come on.
business.
The shit that me
still- One
and,
mic.
and for example, me and a guy go through, and I talk to you about it. You telling me because it happens between me and him, I can't talk to you about
No,
it?
I think there's a level when you get to a point in a marriage, or you're living, or you're getting to that point.
But they're not married. They're housemates.
Are they gonna get married?
No, they're not.
I don't know.
So
dating.
they roommates? Like, what's
It's
the
housemates.
relationship?
They housemates.
However, he did get upset when she was outside talking
If
big
she was,
talk.
if that's
But
just
why
her
would you-
man, that's her roommate. If that's her roommate, she owes him no loyalty with that. But at the end of the day, that's still disrespectful. What
I
she
just
did. She
feel
doesn't
like
respect
because
men.
he
All
was
right,
a
hold on,
man.
hold
He
on,
feel like
hold
he
on.
has more authority.
Let me get your take on that, Mo.
So I'm gonna go all the way back to men being more domestic violent. You know, I go with him with a woman not owning a gun. You know, because a lot of times when women get upset, they either scratching your car, you know, breaking your windshield.
Yeah.
Y'all are really triggered by a lot of things. Y'all burn clothes. Y'all do a
I
lot of
never
things.
did that.
We
so-
read it.
But you will hear more instances like that. You don't hear instances of men reporting women for doing crazy things, right? So now-
because men don't report it.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. So
That
if
doesn't mean it
you
doesn't
give a
happen.
woman a gun in that heated moment, she will probably.
But
use
again,
it.
as the firearms
Yeah.
instructor,
Now,
and I issued a license, it depends. We don't make blanket statements. It depends
Men
because you may
slash
have a woman that
tires, too.
doesn't even have a man. I have a gun because I live by myself, and I have a gun.
I'm
If
not- I
anybody
think
breaks into my
if
house, we
women
get
are
shot.
mentally unstable.
I
Yeah.
think y'all
I'm
missing
sorry.
the point of what he's saying. though.
I'm saying I think
Right.
y'all should have a gun, but I think it could be more misused if more women have it because
Yeah.
of the emotional.
I get it.
I would
get
agree
it.
with that.
You know.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
I agree
Yes.
with that.
And,
Yeah.
and secondly, about the marriage or talking to your friends, we got to understand a lot of people are not brought up in relationship counseling sessions or knowing how to be in a relationship properly. So people are just learning on the fly. You know what I'm
Literally,
saying? So
yeah.
if I'm angry and I'm upset, I'm going to naturally vent. I'm not looking for the protocol of
Right.
what I should do correctly. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful with just kind of looking over people because they don't understand and know. Because a lot of people didn't come from 2-parent households.
Absolutely.
Parents don't talk to them about project resolution or conflict resolution, you know,
I
or
agree with
emotional intelligence. So you're more emotional intelligent because you deal in the field that you're in. You teach firearm pole classes, so you have a different emotional intelligence in coming to situations, especially a firearm instructor. You got to think 5 steps ahead.
Yes,
for your
but I
safety.
teach people. That's the process. I have to teach
No,
you
that's what I'm
also
saying.
to
I
think
agree.
5 steps ahead. You want to throw your life away? I can put a gun in your hand. You want that woman? That whatever she did, she just threw her life away. For what reason?
Well, I
you
have
were
a question
mad
for
about
you.
what a man said.
I have a question, Mo. Do you think it's very imperative for men to understand the totality of hierarchy in a relationship?
You talking about gender roles?
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think that will cause less confusion if men took more role in being more dominant when it comes to finances or leading in a household that way?
Not in this day and time, because of the financial economic crisis that we're in. You know.
Well, that too. But by the end of the day, I think women do respect. I just feel like the respect level does deplete when a man is not putting forth an effort financially in the house.
And effort.
I know people talk about
Effort.
the economy, excuse me, but there's ways to make money. I think people just making excuses. There's so many ways to make.
I have 5 streams of income. Right.
There's so many things you can do.
You gotta
to
have
make money.
if it's when you're talking about the effort. That's very much of a turn off. A man that's not ambitious, you're not trying to find the next goal. That's a turn off. Now there's a difference if like maybe you're in a situation where right now you cannot. There's situational things, but if you're not even putting the effort to try to get in that hierarchy you want, that's a turn off.
Well, you know, you ladies seem dominant or more like very.
We can be.
Yeah, okay. So, do you feel that it's important for you guys to date a man that has more finances or more financially stable?
Let's let her answer first.
Nikki, do you think that's important for you as far as respecting him on that level across the board?
No.
Okay, so finances
because
don't.
I plan on having my own money and being where I need to be in my own self.
You think that's too masculine?
No,
to a
not
man?
really, because there's some men out there that will love that, and then some men that will not. So
Look,
I feel like
men
you
will
love it till they don't.
Hold
yeah,
on.
it really
Yeah, but
depends on how you present yourself
What can I add
in
to
certain
that?
situations.
Hold on.
Because you can come up and be like, okay, I'm about to pay the rent, and say it real masculine and be in that masculine energy. Or you could be like, all right, babe, I'm about to pay the rent because I understand that you don't have it, and blah, blah, blah. There's 2 different ways to say things. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's
Okay.
always how I feel in every situation.
Okay.
So that's just me, though.
For me, I think finances is a big thing
It's
for
so
me.
important.
I'm not even going
But it's
I
okay to
think,
date a woman.
But I
who's
am a
capable.
helpmate.
They said that the
Dating
leading
a
cause
woman
of
who's
divorce
capable.
is finance.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
So-
Because that's what I also wanted
I'm
to
not
add.
gonna sit here and
Finances
play.
matter.
A lot of women do snug their men because they're not financially capable
That's what I'm
of
saying.
doing things.
But that's
like
why I
their
also
attitude
feel like, but
totally
why-
changes.
But
Well,
as
I
a,
can't- Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll
just
go
say
ahead.
this, like, okay, for me personally, the income that I make, I make more than the average person in the United States. So I have to be realistic, and it's like, okay, I may not meet a man that makes as much as I do, but what are his other qualities? And is a man can still make less than me and actually still be able to take care of the household. I've dated men that made less than me, made sure everything was taken care of. Did not even want to accept my money, even though I have my own money, I could take care of myself. But I also think like if a woman gets with a man, men tend to stay constant a lot of the times. If you met a man that was a security guard, and this was a security guard when you met him, you can't now go into the relationship like, oh, he a broke nigga, he not taking care of the bills, he not doing that. That's kind of how you met him. So a lot of times a woman may meet a man where he's at and wants him to progress, but that's who you met.
Yeah.
And
That's when I feel like that's
you
kind of
can't
that's the woman's fault at that
force a
point.
man to progress.
I think the economy and making a man to take on a burden that he probably can't handle and then holding it against him because he can't afford it is
I
actually
mean, but
wrong.
then that's the
So,
woman.
so my
Then
I got
don't
a
be
question.
if that's what you're looking for, don't be with someone that's not capable. If
So I
that's
got
what
a
you're
question.
looking
No,
for.
So I got a
I'm
question
just
for
saying
all
it
of
in
you.
general.
I got a question for all of you. How much should a man make for you to date him or to take him serious?
That's a great question.
I want to
Let's
start.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's start with you.
Oh God.
That's
I'm
a
gonna have
setup
to
question.
say I'm not making 100K a year, so I'm gonna have to say I would take a man serious if he's making at least 60, but he has goals
In Florida?
and in Florida.
Okay, so my next question for you: how old should this man be?
I mean,
What's your
God.
dating range?
Okay, well, if he's the same age as me, which is 34, I'll give him some grace. If he's older, I would expect him to be more financially secure.
Daddies, that's the only way you're gonna get
If I'm
that.
gonna
Daddy's
date somebody, I'm gonna
secure.
say 40. If he's 40, I'll say more so like 70 or 80. But if he's around my age, because I'm not 100% done with being in my career, I'll give him some grace. I feel like 60, and I'm working to have my own business. We could
So
probably
what's the
put it
age
together.
range again, from the minimum to the most?
Okay, so if he's like in his 30s, like I'll say 34 max. I'm gonna say the same age as me. I'll accept 60K.
So 34 max is your.
The youngest.
The youngest is 34.
So what's
That's
the oldest?
Oh well, yeah.
What's the oldest?
The
that you'll go?
oldest, I feel like 36 and up. Even though I did say 34, but 36 and up, I would say maybe 70, 80. I'll be cool
Hold
with
on,
that.
70, 80 years old?
No, what's
No,
the
no,
max
70,
age?
80.
What's the age you would cut him off? Like,
I wouldn't date anyone more than, I'll say 40.
40?
I think.
Okay, so
I
from
think,
34
I
to
don't
40.
know. I'll say
know.
42. I think 42.
That's some zaddies. I seen dudes in their 50s.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So,
50 is my
I'll
time.
take a
Time
zaddy.
out.
I'll date a zaddy.
I'll date a zaddy.
So you
I'm
said
dating.
34 to 40.
Okay,
years
I'll
old.
say 34 to 40. A range, I'll say 70K a year.
70K.
Yeah.
But he got to have what? Ambition, you said?
He have to have goals and ambition and wanting to succeed or get more money. Like
Okay,
he
so
shouldn't be content.
How many men you know at the age of 40 that's looking to do something different from what they're doing if they're already in their career?
I don't know. Probably not much. And then that means they don't have. I mean, unless you're like happy in your career
so
field.
do you think that's an unrealistic expectation for him to want more if he already at 40
Why would
years
it
old?
be unrealistic to
That's
want
not-
more for
that's
yourself? How do
40
you
is a
want-
man's peak. Men change
40s
careers
is
all the
still
time
young.
at 40 years
I
old.
changed mine.
40 is still young.
Why do y'all sit here and say things like that's men do this all the time and they don't?
I'm not saying all the time.
Well,
There's
some
more
men, I
bums
guess.
out here. I'm sorry.
Some men do change careers all the time. Some men.
Men and women, they're probably not making enough here, so they go get another trade that makes more money.
God.
Is this for real? Y'all serious?
My
Right?
ex-fiance
I would-
changed his career at 40 years
I
old.
would
Actually
hope
changed it at
so.
42.
Career?
I changed mine.
If you change your career,
Career at
you're
40?
going back.
No, he changed his career at 42.
I mean, what if you're getting a better career?
He had a better career. He got a
What
better
if you
career.
were just a
What is
basic
the be- when
security
y'all
and now
say-
you become a law enforcement, or now
Well,
you
security is
My
not a
ex started
security-
off
it's
as
not a career.
HVAC, and then he became an electrician at 42.
Said again, he was what?
He was working at HVAC. He was in air conditioned maintenance, and then he became an electrician at 42.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I don't see you starting at a high range.
Oh no, well, that's
No,
different.
but
If you
you-
started
you're
at a
gonna-
high
you're
range,
gonna
you're
start
going
at the bottom.
backwards.
You're gonna go backwards. If
No,
you
if you
start a
already
new career,
started
you're gonna-
high, then
Oh, and if he started high, yeah, no. But I'm
but
talking
you
about
can still.
But y'all
like,
said it like it
move
was an
up in a
increase.
company.
No, if you change careers, you're going
You're
down.
going down.
no, well, like
But
if
you
you
can still
If
have
you
a
can
vision
change, like
to
I
want
just told you an
more.
example. My ex started out as an AC technician and then became an electrician, which is higher than the field where he was
Yeah,
at.
there's always
He changed his
ladder.
career
You can
to
always
become
move up.
higher.
Just
and
like
make
if
more
you're
money.
a manager, you could become
Yeah.
a CEO.
Yeah, when you say change careers, like an AC technician,
Mhm.
I mean technician. You know what I'm saying? That's minimal certifications. Now he upgraded himself.
He
So that's-
became an
that's-
electrician.
that's-
Yeah.
that's-
I just said
But
That's
have
changing
to want
career.
What
more.
I'm saying, that's still the bottom of that career. You know what I'm saying? It may be more than electrician. Yeah.
I mean,
so he
just
did.
because you're at a career don't mean you can't want more. Maybe you have this career
No,
and then
no.
you have a side hustle.
I think what I'm agreeing with him. Not too many men are going to change their course of their life
because
at
they're
40.
content. A
Not
lot of men be content.
That is what they chose to become.
I mean, okay, if you're happy in it.
Okay,
then
so
yeah.
apprentice electrician starts off at about $32,000 a year.
He
A
wasn't
what
an
electrician?
apprentice.
If you're starting a career, you're starting off as an apprentice.
Which is
He
true.
wasn't starting off as an apprentice though.
So how do you? What?
I mean,
He
unless
was getting
you
his
know
electrician.
somebody-
He was doing
unless you
HVAC,
know somebody
getting
that
his
put you right
certifications
into
to
it.
be an electrician.
Because even nurses,
So-
when
so-
they first
okay.
start
Hold
off,
on,
they
that's
don't
because
make a lot of
I
money.
didn't even finish
so-
with the Jordan with the 401.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's start.
Can I
This
say
is
this
getting
one
deep.
thing?
Yeah, go ahead,
It's
Mom.
getting
Go ahead, Mo, and then we're gonna swing it back to Joy.
But I'm a career source manager for Miami-Dade College. So we deal with all type of degrees and careers and electricians and technicians. So I already know what the income and the outcome of a lot of different careers. And I can tell you, those careers don't start off at no 85, $75,000.
Yeah, no.
Well, I
I
say
mean,
my
they
ex
all
made 85.
come- Experience makes you get paid more. So,
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
is
But
for
again,
every
it
job.
depends on the career. Depends on what he
It's
wants to
literally
change.
every job.
You
Even
can have a guy that
nurses.
was a correctional officer, and then at 40,
All right,
now
we
he want to
moving
join the
to
Coast
we
Guard.
moving to goalposts. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
we got
all
to
right.
get better, Jordan. Come
All
on, Jordan.
right.
Go ahead. You
All
got it.
right, so a 4.1 magnitude earthquake centered in Tennessee was felt across the southeastern U.S., including North Carolina and Atlanta. So they experienced an earthquake this morning. So if you have any family members in Tennessee, North Carolina, or even in the outskirts of Atlanta, contact them to see if they're okay. Also, a Quincy, Florida man was arrested for having multiple marriages. So, didn't you men say something about y'all want multiple women?
We ain't finna
He
do it.
did get arrested for having
can't-
multiple
I can't afford
marriages.
That
in
was
Florida.
a zaddy though, man. I saw them eyes. I was like, I see what the women saw, but I saw what the women saw.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, so he was arrested. Okay, so moving right along. Homeowner charged with fatally shooting teenager, filming a TikTok prank video.
Wow.
So the teens were actually playing Ding Dong Ditch at 2:30 in the morning. In Virginia, 3 teens approached the house to apparently ring the doorbell and run, but the homeowner took it as his house was being attempted to be burglarized, and he opened fire, killing 1 teen. The other one was grazed, and the other one was untouched. The homeowner, Tyler Chase Butler, he was only 27. He was arrested and charged with a second-degree murder, malicious wounding, and use of firearm in the commission of a felony. So I guess he's a felon, and he had a firearm.
And I just want to touch on that again as a firearm instructor.
Quick question though: was the guy black and the kids?
Yeah, the guy was black and the kids was white.
2 of them was white. What the kid that passed away is white. But it was 3 kids, 2 white, one black.
And then
the
the guy-
homeowner is black.
But that just goes back to like not everybody should be having a gun and educating yourself, because he probably thought he was right for shooting those kids.
Yeah,
but
I saw
again,
that.
he's
probably mentally ill. Or
nah. Some people really think they have a gun and somebody
but you
knocking
don't
on my
play
door,
like
I'm gonna
that.
shoot him.
Why are you playing Ding Dong Ditch at 2:30 in the morning?
You shouldn't.
This
Sure,
day and
man.
age.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Y'all stop
In
this
this
shit.
day and age.
Man, we
Damn.
played Ding Dong Ditch.
I played
Yeah,
Ding Dong
at
Ditch.
2:30
Not at
in the
2:30 in the morning. I used to play
We
Ding Dong
played
Ditch.
prank calls.
I did that in hotel, like when we were in
Not at
hotels
2:30.
and we were like at the Orlando resorts
we
and stuff
played-
like
How
that.
old were the
We
kids, if
played-
you don't mind me asking?
Man, we played
How
Dig and
old
Knock
were the
all
kids?
the time.
18, I think.
But that's
17,
the and he
18.
was a felon. That man going to
So he was a
prison.
felon before the
18,
situation.
Yes,
Yeah.
he wasn't even supposed to
Hey,
have a
listen, hold on,
firearm.
wait,
So
listen.
that's part yeah.
One mic. We cannot be talking over each other. All right.
Yeah, so 3 teens, 1 was 17, 2 were 18. The one that passed away was an 18-year-old.
Wow.
Mm.
And he was the white kid.
Yeah, the white kid. That's
He's gonna do a long time, boy.
Yeah. All right, so moving right along. Robert Francis Prevost, born in Chicago, Illinois, has been elected as the 267th Pope, making a historic moment as the first American to hold that position. So we have a new Pope in the house.
I don't know
from
shit
Chicago,
about, I don't know
Illinois.
nothing
No.
about
I heard his
folks.
grandparents were Haitian. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
man-
he was a black guy, kind of.
He a white guy.
He's white guy. He's
But
white.
there's white Haitians.
Yeah.
There's white Haitians.
I don't want to say I
His
don't
name
trust
Francis.
popes.
Francis.
Hey, that church got a lot going on.
I don't want
Robert
to say I don't
Francis.
trust popes, but congrats to
And
him.
he's from Chicago, Illinois. So shout out to Chicago.
Let's go.
Did
That's
y'all
it.
cover the one kid? I know y'all probably did it already.
Oh, which one?
The kid that got shot.
And his
Oh,
daddy
yeah,
killed
with
the
the
man.
Yeah,
Ding
that-
Dong Ditch.
Nah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
tap
ain't
into
cover
that
it, though.
yet, but
Oh,
they just did a
I
hearing,
stayed
where
right?
they
from
got
it.
shot by the cop and then the father
It
killed the
ran
cop.
over the cop or
30
something
cops.
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
No,
I
no,
always
no,
have to ask this
But we're not
question.
gonna get into that because we got to get into.
Yeah, let's
Questions.
not. Let's
Okay.
not.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
not.
Yeah, we got to get into questions.
That's sad,
What
though.
you got, Joy? You finished up? You got some
Yeah,
more?
that was it for the 411.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it for the Jordan with the 411.
All right. So listen, man, we got to get into these questions, man. We got to get into questions. Mo, you know I'm gonna come to you first.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna come to Mo first.
I got a question for the ladies.
Ooh.
You know,
So tonight is questions, everybody. We doing questions, and I want to see what everybody's mindset is.
But Bam, did you finish your question? Because you said you was gonna go around and ask how much does a man have to make to be with you?
Nah, we'll get back.
Oh, we
to
finished that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go back to that. We'll double back to that. Go ahead, Mo. What you got?
For the ladies, I don't know if y'all can be transparent, but what makes you insecure, and what have you done to cope with those measures? What are your insecurities, and what are you doing to cope with that?
Who you want to answer that first, bro? God damn.
I'm gonna go with Chelsea because she always taking lead and everything.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. My biggest insecurity. Such a good question. Honestly, it's my tone. I'll say that. How I speak. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm so self-conscious speaking to people. I know it sounds contradictory, but I've been told I have a very harsh tone. Sometimes I can offend people without knowing. So I really wish I was more softer speaking. Like, I really try. I really wish I was more softer speaking, less aggressive. I've had a lot of people tell me I speak very aggressively.
So what are you doing to cope, or to deal, or to make any adjustments?
And I speak very loudly too. That's I know a lot of people don't like loud people.
You ain't hear the next question, huh?
Oh my! I also don't listen.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing?
2 years and 1 mouth for a reason, goddamn. But go ahead.
It's so hard to correct this because it's just something I'm so accustomed to. So I feel like I've been watching YouTube videos, honestly, how to speak softer. And I thought something was maybe even wrong with my hearing. I was like, why do I speak so loud and aggressive and, masculine? And I was like, damn, maybe my hearing is off.
Nah.
So I actually went to go check that. Actually, like, maybe it's my hearing off. So I checked my hearing.
So you think it's your hearing?
I think it's our culture.
I feel like, yeah, then to me, like, when I notice I'm starting to speak aggressively or harshly, because I've had people really maybe take offense to what I'm saying. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's not what I meant.
Do the men you date take offense to it too?
Did I what?
Do the men you date take offense to your
They have. Men in the past, some have. Not all, some. But that's when I know it's a problem. Like, if my partner
So what are you doing to fix it?
I'm trying, like I said, I was watching videos on YouTube to try to speak softer. I signed up for a femininity class. I told my homegirl she should join too. I actually signed up for a femininity class.
Did you complete the class?
We never.
No, we're gonna take it. I went out of town when the class was going. I said no, we're gonna retake it. Taking a femininity class, and it's it's to me, it's not like a YouTube influencer or somebody doing the class. It seemed like a woman that's married into church and to God.
So do you think you did anything to correct it?
As far as now, I'm still trying. I'll say that. I'm still trying.
So no.
I'm trying to correct it. It's a work in progress. But I feel like the first step is like, the first step is admitting you have a problem and knowing like that. It's an insecurity of mine.
How long ago did you admit it?
Maybe I had a serious talk with myself, maybe 5 months ago. But this was a process. Watching the YouTube videos, getting my hearing checked, finding out why?
With a split screen with me.
Why? Why do I talk like this?
No, because it is funny when y'all
God damn it, Mo.
I think we just kinetically connected. Like,
I'm being honest.
So 5 months. You got 5 months.
So what y'all
it
suggest?
Don't happen overnight.
Yeah, y'all. What y'all suggest?
She's taking initiative and taking accountability.
Well, that's awesome, amazing to take accountability to know that you do have some technical difficulties in that era. But yeah, man, I can see it.
Can y'all give me suggestions? I just asked for help.
Okay, so
I give you suggestions.
I give a suggestion.
Maybe they can help.
I would give you an acting. In acting, we say that it's different ways to be angry, right?
True.
So usually when we say, hey, I need an angry emotion, people automatically, what you doing? No. But angry could be like, what you doing, man? It can be a softer tone. So it's so many different levels of approaches. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not a high tone. You need variety of tones to get a message across. So I will work on your tonality. You know what I'm saying? If I want to speak something directly, it doesn't have to be loud. It can be firm. I ask you to move the table.
And tone is everything.
Yeah. So, just working on different approaches, how you speak to somebody. But you have to consciously practice it. It's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to sound stupid, but you have to take the first step. That's my first suggestion, just looking at different ways. So when you're instructing people, when your classes, just go to that class with a different approach. I'm not going to be up here. I'm just going to be right here.
No, because I've even had students like me doing my pole fitness. I actually had that happen twice. Me doing my gun class and my pole fitness, like they asked me, like, "Am I annoying you right now?" And I'm like, "Oh no!" Like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry I made you feel that way." So
Can
I
I
know
give you-
it affects people.
Can I give you the urban dialect?
Sure.
You gotta chill the fuck out. You got too much energy. You know,
Could be that.
You know, it's okay to be hyperactive, but sometimes you gotta relax. You know, sometimes you should think before you start to speak it. You know what I mean?
It is what you. It's not what you say, but it's
How
how
you say it, yes.
Yeah.
But
That's the tonality.
it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
and
It
you have-
does. It
and you
does.
have to get out of your way. You got to get out your own way.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
to do that.
Who you
Because
got next for that question, no more?
oh, Joy can't answer, huh? So we're gonna go.
Joy can answer. Why Joy can't answer? Everybody in this motherfucker can answer.
Yes, I can answer.
Yeah,
What? One of my insecurities?
Yeah.
Oh
And what
shit.
what you took to handle that.
Oh shit.
I criticize myself a lot, so I used to do a lot of body image insecurities.
That's
So-
common for women.
Yeah, because that's what I was.
So
That
you
too.
body shame yourself?
Mm-hmm. I
And
used
what
to do that a
like
lot.
what areas?
Like if I feel like I'm gaining weight,
Your forehead.
my forehead, my nose.
Why you brought up her forehead?
For real? Your
That was the
forehead?
first thing you said.
Let me see your forehead, Joy.
That was the first thing
You
you
don't want to
said.
show it? Oh my God.
I mean, I have a big forehead, but I don't think
No,
it's
you
no, you
don't.
don't. But you got edges too. Like, girl, you can
does.
style it. Like,
No, but yeah, it was, I think a lot of women are very critical
Absolutely.
on themselves.
I would have
when
never
it comes
thought you
to
like my
body.
forehead. I got a hat. I just feel like I
No, I got my hat because, like, if you see me with a hat, it's because my hair ain't done.
So what are you doing to correct it?
Words of affirmation.
Absolutely.
So I do that a lot.
So
Also,
the words of
meaning-
affirmation from who?
From
Yourself?
myself, yeah. I write it down or I say it to myself in the morning.
Mm.
I do that. Another thing that used to be always needing reassurance. That was something I had to work on. And maybe it had a lot to do with sometimes choosing the wrong type of guy. But that used to be a thing for me, the reassurance.
So do you need reassurance at all anymore, or?
I think everyone needs it, but
Absolutely.
it's
That's what I was
just
thinking.
I felt like I used to want it a little bit more. And I
Got
think
it.
anything a little bit too much is
I
not
got
good.
it.
So
Absolutely.
that's my thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to just piggyback on what she was saying. Body or whatever. One of my insecurities, and also because I know you said to your partner, if I'm not mistaken. So I would have to say being defensive. Like I'm just always defending myself. So maybe someone might give me a statement, and I guess I just assume that person is talking about me, even if that person isn't talking
Yeah, you
about
do
me.
do
and I
that.
just get defensive.
Why
and
do you think that?
I don't know, because I guess the person says something that I just don't agree with, and I think the person is throwing it at me for some reason. For example, I'm gonna have to give an example.
You're an overthinker.
I am an overthinker, 100%.
I think most women are.
I'm a overthinker.
always
Okay,
in my
let me
head.
see what's an example I can give. I guess we was talking about the Krishan and Blueface situation. I was dating someone and he was saying that all women are like Krishan. And when he said that, it made me feel like he was talking about me too.
Well, you said, oh.
Exactly. Like, which is true. Like a lot of I be hearing those little I be hearing those things. You know what I mean?
Indirectly.
Exactly.
I don't even know what that means. What is the croissant? I don't know.
Like they'll date a man that they know is a bad man or who's treating them wrong and
Expecting.
stay with them or something like
And
that.
expecting them to change.
So y'all don't think y'all do that?
Not
We
all women.
can.
Not all women do that.
I used to.
We can.
I used to.
You know,
Because
all
of
women?
love, though.
I mean, if
No,
y'all-
because
but the
no
world
love,
is way
it was a
too big
project.
to say make a blanket statement that
I
all
say it's
women
feeling to
date
me.
men that they know are bad men and then expect them to change. Like all women don't do that.
I used to do that.
We all did it once in our lifetime.
I was gonna say, come on, man, you gotta cut this
But
shit
at
out,
what
man.
point? But
Listen,
it's
man,
a
come on.
consistent thing.
It was a project. It was
I can't
something.
say it was
so you saying y'all dated
Fuck.
perfect men?
Well, I don't think
No,
a woman in
no.
like Australia or like Asia with a different culture or a woman that was like arranged marriage, I don't think she does that.
I mean,
Like a
arranged
Muslim woman,
marriage
I don't
is
think she does
different.
that.
Arranged-
But when you say all,
She's
when the
trying to
person say
survive.
all women do that, it's like, nah, there's cultures where they don't play that shit.
Which is-
Like,
it's
we
true.
pick who you marry.
Time
You don't
out.
bring shame to the family.
Hold on, Chelsea. Yeah. So
We going outside the
yeah,
scope.
we
Low
definitely
key.
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
let's
Bring
being
it back, bring it back.
defensive, sometimes I can just hear someone's perspective and just, not take offense and assume that person is talking about me. So,
So what are you doing to correct that?
Not that much.
No.
I mean, in terms of the weight,
Nothing.
I work out, of
Okay,
course.
that's a good thing. How many days?
Because actually, I was actually bigger than this, so I lost the weight from being 230 to now I'm being at.
And I remember I told you, I was like, sis, you getting big, girl.
It's been a lot of weight loss journey just to feel more comfortable with myself. Even then, I might still have some insecurities because of what social media projects of a perfect body. I'm not gonna sit here and say my boobs are perfect unless I go ahead and get surgery. So I think I'm gonna always have a insecurity about that unless I get surgery. But in terms of my weight, I'm doing much better.
I have a suggestion.
Sure.
When somebody says something to you that you might agree with, that you may catch an offense, be offensive, you can say, I can see where you're coming from, but just for clarity, I just want to make sure I understand. Are you saying, like, is that connected to me, or ask an additional question? You know what I'm saying? That will give an extra understanding before jumping to conclusions.
Absolutely.
And
I
it just
agree with that.
may be just one extra question.
Yeah.
If you agree with them, but you don't, like, I can see where you're not even agreeing with. I can see where you're coming from, and I can see your viewpoint. So for extra clarity, are you saying? And I think that will save so much.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
but he's just so. But for him to say all women, and he's on the phone with a woman he's dating.
Oh, no, we were actually face to face.
Oh, okay. You guys were together.
You're
Were you a
right.
couple?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes
So is he a
men
bad boy?
say all men by mistake. I mean, all women by
So he
mistake.
was
So
talking about
I be
himself.
feeling like
You don't be by mistake for me.
sometimes it make me feel like he hated women
Say that
because of the
shit.
shit that he said. It wasn't just
I think he
because
was
of
speaking
that.
about himself.
It could be.
He was categorizing himself with Blueface, and because I just asked you, was he a bad boy? And he was like, yeah. So he was looking at you as another Krishan,
Yeah.
like saying that you
You
were
be
trying
crashing
to
out?
change.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a crash out like that. I'm
What-
pretty
whoa,
content
whoa.
till
When you say
I'm
like
not.
like that, what is that?
Meaning, like, once I'm provoked, then yeah, I try to stay nonchalant and calm to a certain extent. But sometimes someone might say something, and I done exploded because of what he said. I couldn't take it no more. Like, I'll take as much.
She said. He said.
She. It don't matter. Yeah. Like, I'll take as. Excuse me.
Swallow.
I'll take enough until the alcohol coming back up.
Who said swallow? Such an idiot. No, I swallow.
Would have made it easier.
Okay, so I'll take enough until I can't take it no more. And then I'll explode. In terms of crashing out, I don't slash tires, break windows.
Yeah.
I don't do that. If anything, it's like I'll scream.
You a scream?
I think
Not
people
even scream, but talk loud. Like, I'm not going to scream, but I'll talk louder.
I think people who like mess up other people's belongings is because they don't have their own type of possessions.
No, I just think y'all emotional.
No.
I mean, yes,
I've
women
never
are
met somebody
emotional.
I just think it's
slash
emotional.
someone's tires, mess up their car. I've never met anyone who's
I've
done
never met
that.
that either.
Not one friend that did that.
But
No,
I
I've
wouldn't
never
be
met
somebody
a
around
female that did that.
If you think
that
that's okay.
that had things going for herself or
Yeah,
had like
absolutely.
assets.
Yeah.
I've never
When
seen
you
a
have
woman go
shit to
through that.
lose. Absolutely.
You have?
A girl slashed my tire, and she had everything to lose.
Yeah.
And we
Did you
talked.
press
what-
charges?
I tried to, but the video camera couldn't.
See if it was her.
No, some people be throwing everything away.
But the crazy
double
part
shit.
is, I
Yeah.
saw her again. We talked about it. We laughed. And
So
I got.
what did you do?
You better.
I didn't do anything.
You stayed like her friend. You stayed close to her.
No, we didn't talk in like 6 years, 7 years, and
then y'all
I saw her at a funeral.
Oh, okay.
And she came up to me.
Did she apologize?
Yeah,
Hold
she
on, wait,
apologized.
So she admitted it.
I ain't gonna let y'all move this. This is a good ass question. We got
Okay.
one more.
But
I can get my question. It's really deep, but
Insecurity for me would be to be more vocal. When I
Mm.
should be.
Oh, we can see that.
Yeah.
that's an insecurity.
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
mean?
Why is
That's
that
It can
insecurity.
hold you back.
Mine
It can hold you
too,
back a
right?
lot.
So you feel like people will misuse you, take advantage of you
Yeah.
because you won't speak.
Or it's because you feel like a doormat after a while.
Can you give me something to drink outside?
Only because
Me too.
I don't think it's that. I think maybe it's hard for her to speak her mind sometimes. Like she
Yeah.
hold it in.
and
Because I'm like that.
putting up your boundaries,
Right.
walls, stuff like that.
And
See, for
shit,
me,
that
I don't
boundary's
like
put
to
up
feel
quick when I-
vulnerable, so that's why I don't like
I
to
think that's
speak.
what it is.
So what are you doing to correct it?
Well, within the past year, I've been working on just not being a no person from now on, rather than being
Yeah.
that yes girl.
Yeah.
But
When is
why?
your
That's
birthday?
personality.
What the fuck does that got to do?
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
I had asked that.
I'm a Scorpio, November.
Oh.
If that's your personality, why do you feel like it's a bad
Oh,
thing?
great.
Jesus.
If you're so,
It's a bad thing when you're put in certain situations that you know you shouldn't be in, but you're still
Talk to
Not
the mic.
speaking
no,
up.
no matter what, especially for that person. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
you
know
could
exactly
really
what
be
you
doing
mean.
some crazy shit, and then you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, do you
Delulu.
do you do that to keep the peace?
You do that to keep the peace because you know that you can start some shit.
Yeah.
But you just like, you know what, let me just not.
Not
So you feel like you're
saying
overly
anything.
agreeable.
so you're not argumentative.
I'm not at all.
So you never exploded before.
I have, but
Okay.
then I don't like to see that side of myself.
That's what it is.
But
She
even in like
bottled it up.
it could be even at a work setting. It doesn't have to be with like a partner. It can be any setting, even with a
any
friend setting.
It
Yeah,
can be with any
you can have
setting.
a friend that's taking advantage of
Yeah.
you, and you're not putting up your
I
boundaries.
had that in every setting. So
You can be at work, your
And-
manager's taking
so-
advantage of you, and you're not saying anything.
When you say no, you think it becomes a bigger argument.
It becomes okay. So imagine you're always that person that's always
They're
there
saying
for that
yes.
person.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the moment you're
say
saying
no.
no, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, I do that.
It's
Oh.
like a what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like
You know
why
they
you
have
not that
Groupon
person?
sessions. I'm sorry, they okay. You know, like if you feel mental anguish or you feel upset, you know they have it to where you can go to places and hit things.
Yeah,
and
Rage
stuff like that.
Room. I've
But
been to
now
those.
what they have is where you can actually be in front of someone and you scream at the person, and
Oh, wow.
that person is just sitting there allowing you to just take all of the anguish out on them, and it's just you speaking, because sometimes you just need that individual, that
Right.
person. It's a
Right.
mental thing. You just need
It
that
is.
person right there, and then it's kind of like a therapist, but you're not talking to a therapist. You're actually just vomiting, exploding out your feelings and your words to that person for
But what
30
I do
minutes.
now is when a situation comes up like that where I feel like I'm trapped, I'm definitely like, no.
Yeah.
Not like that.
And that's a
Not
tough
I don't
situation
think it's
to be
her.
in.
It's the
It
person
is.
who's feeling entitled.
It is.
No.
It's both
No,
sides.
no.
I think it's
very
both.
It's both sides,
It's very
yeah.
both sides.
Because people will
Yeah,
take
yeah,
an
yeah,
inch
yeah,
if you
yeah.
take them out, and they may not know how you really
Facts.
But
feeling.
there are some people that see that you're fragile and will
We'll
take
walk
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Facts.
not
Or
even
knowing
walk over
that
you,
it's
but
not even
they'll
about being fragile. It's about knowing that you'll go to any lengths because it's that person.
Who do you
Yeah.
blame
And you
first in
still-
that situation?
I'm about to
Of course,
say,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not.
Yeah,
Do you
can't
think it's like a
just
childhood
nobody.
thing?
Okay,
Is that
hold on.
something you've
Of
been
course.
dealing
Hold
with
on,
since
wait,
you was a child?
It's because when you are a child, if you're not being like spoken, not really spoken. Okay, hold on, let me say this properly. If you're used to being seen and not heard, that's exactly who you're going to be as an adult.
Yeah.
True.
Until you break
So
that barrier.
traumas from back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until you break that
I
barrier,
think that's
That's
bullshit.
how it is.
No, because you
You
know
can think that.
some people
That's
have
fine.
upbringing where they tell
I think
you.
it's bullshit because I was seen and not heard when we was younger.
But you have a
But how
different
did you
personality.
Everyone's
Well,
different.
How did you
Everyone's
break out of that?
different.
What part in life did you know that it was the water and the sand?
I grew up.
When?
It's not about that.
When? When
I'm-
did you know that click? Right, because for me, it was last year. You asked when.
You
and
said
how did
last
you
year.
know?
Okay. Okay. So when
when did you know that? Okay, I'm that person now that I'm gonna grow up. And
the
I'm not
moment I
gonna take
turned
no shit.
18 years old.
Okay, and that was that turn for you.
I just feel like it's different from men. You know?
Yeah.
It's
You know,
It is different for
it
them.
is
I
different.
was being a little bit of a dickhead.
Yeah.
No, for me, I had this thing where I'm like the rebel in the family. Like I do the opposite because I'm African, so everything was like by the book.
You say you was the rebel?
Yeah, like
Okay.
they would say that about me, that
Okay.
I was the one that took an inch, tried to take a mile. I was the one.
So you was manipulative.
No, because I told it like how it is. But
That don't mean you're not
I was the sibling that spoke up for the rest of my siblings. They thought about it, I said it.
Mhm.
So that's how I was. So back to you, I was taught to minimize my tone. Don't do this so much. Don't speak this so much. So for me, when I was younger, I was very like, I would tell you how I feel. And when I got older, I was like, you know what, maybe I need to calm down a little bit.
And that's the opposite.
And see, that's for me. So I'm working on not taking things from 0 to 100 because I was that person when I was younger, taking things from 0 to 100. So now I'm older and I have a daughter. It's more like, let me try to balance these emotions.
Right.
So I do things where I go, like I try, if I get to a point where I'm mentally feeling like fucked up, I'll travel. I'll do like mountain sessions, believe it or not. I'll go like to the valley and be in tune with nature just to keep myself grounded. Like that's what I have to
and
do.
that's very mature of you to take action behind that.
Not
drive you crazy.
Okay, you got it.
No, I just want to know what we was answering that next.
We got to.
Emphasis on got to.
But for you, man, I commend you because that's very difficult, not having a voice and not being able to say no. You know what I'm saying? That is real tough.
I'm 31.
Do you see Ford Vision? Do you see it coming about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
a point of reference, you can take the note if you want. You know, I think if you see it coming, you know, beat them to the punch. You know, tell them what they're thinking. Like, I know you're not thinking that I'm going to do this. You know, like put it out there earlier.
That's what you mean. Okay,
yeah,
put it like, do you see me?
Like if you see it, like, because you already have Ford Vision, so just put it out there. But like, I know you're not thinking that, you know.
No, that's the funny thing is, I don't even put myself in that room anymore.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying if you're in that room.
It's really about that. It's really about the setting that you're in.
Yeah.
If you don't put yourself in that setting around that environment anymore, there is nobody in this room that should be able to put me in that situation.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Let me hold $100.
Even if you're in that situation, another thing I used to do, I used to quick to tell someone, can you give me a moment to come up with an answer for you? Or can you give me some time to think about this? Can you give me some time to internalize this? That's me giving myself time and a break and letting them understand, okay, she needs a break.
I don't want to make this about counseling, man, but just pick the people that you around better, man.
No, and that's what I said. Within the past year, I have been that. Y'all not listening?
You know, I'm listening. I just wanted to say that from the beginning. Like, that was something that would just stick in my head.
How about just people being a better person?
Absolutely.
Can't change people.
Like, I hate
that. Just come and try to use you. Sometimes when you're a good person, you still attract.
Yeah, like you know how they always tell you men, oh, you guys got to pick a better man. No, how about just being a better man?
Absolutely.
Instead of just us choosing to pick,
because people wear masks.
So I have a whole. Like,
we gotta get that. We gotta answer first.
But yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh, you going first? Oh, I'm gonna go first. No, you go first.
Yeah, because you asked the question.
So my insecurity is what I'm doing to cope about it. You know, I think.
What are your insecurities?
What is the insecurity?
Well, I have a couple.
Not him trying to skip the insecurity.
Yeah, not him.
I have a couple. You know, but I think AI fixed it. You know.
But what's the insecurity?
It was my grammar and my writing. I can't spell.
Wow.
Okay.
I can't spell at all. So when I have great thoughts, I write it out. Nobody can understand it because dyslexia. I flip my words around. It was an educational challenge for me. You know, I was scared to send corporate emails and things like that, but AI fixed all that.
But can I ask you, is it because you didn't finish school or?
Technically finished school.
I got 2 degrees.
No, some people just have it. Listen, I'll be quick to tell a professor, hey, I have an IUP.
Yeah, that's not my strength. It's just not my strength.
Okay.
It don't
but you
matter.
can read though.
I can read. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he just like that's like if he's dyslexic, it's like you can understand. He can understand everything. He just can't write it down.
My brain sees it
or the
different.
word
It just changes.
Yeah.
It changes it up. No matter what I see.
So even if you proofread it,
I won't see it.
Damn, that
I won't see
sucks.
it.
Because when I be at work,
notes.
sometimes I miss words, but I'm like, I just learned to proofread.
How the brain works. That's insane.
Yeah,
That's interesting though.
Very
so you was insecure about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
because people
That's
call you dumb.
there's a couple
You
like
can't
people that
spell,
speak about it.
you know. I would take you serious, but why would I take you serious? You can't even spell certain words. You know.
Give me a word that you used to.
So there, I will. So I'm like, we over there. I'll put THIR. You know, THEIR.
I mean, but that's a common mistake. A lot of people don't know the difference between there, and
if you're at work and you sending like, professional
but what about
emails?
the word, for example, hey? Do you spell it HEY or HAY? Like hey,
What
horse.
Well, hey is for horse.
I wouldn't know how to spell it. I would put HAY.
Oh, I see.
Shit.
Get it.
Yeah.
I get
Oh, I
it.
didn't even know.
I had
hey
to
was a
ask
word.
that because a lot of
Hey,
women
Hey,
do
like
it.
the
A lot
horses.
of people I've
You got
known
hay?
H-A-Y. Yeah,
And
but they would
H-A-Y.
spell H-A-Y like the horse.
Man,
hay.
let me tell you, I had a professor. I had wrote something. It was a discussion board, and I started off with hi, and I think I said hey, and he said, in this industry, that's not what we write. You write hello. I said, okay, shit.
Yeah,
But
that's
you-
true. Yeah, true.
So I'm just moving
that-
forward
yeah.
because I'm in law. So moving forward, and it goes back to what you guys said. I was doing nursing, and I switched my career
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
pandemic.
You realize
A lot
that
of
for
people
you.
switch that
so
after
much out of
pandemic.
me.
You gotta can't
Now
forget
I'm
about that.
doing-
And you know what's
Law.
crazy? I can proofread other things and catch mistakes.
Just not your own.
So, like, if I put it in AI and it spits it out, I can proofread it and catch it. But I can't catch my own writing because it's my thoughts.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. So that's but I got through it. You know,
I mean, it could be positive.
And that could be hard growing up with a learning disability. Like, so you went through that your whole life.
yeah, I was in small classes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you was in EH classes, something like
I
that?
What you mean small
I was in
class?
small class.
The special people class. Yeah, the special people class.
So you was on a short bus?
In middle school, I didn't get on the bus. I got on a regular bus, but
Did they make fun of you?
nobody
So you
knew.
were in the
Nobody
back of
knew.
the
So
No, usually people in those classes don't be.
I didn't. I never
fucking with this
I never made it to the portable, but
Oh,
You ain't
I
make it to
made-
the portable?
I made it to them 5 seats classroom.
Nobody knew you was a special class.
So you weren't making the crazy
No,
part.
but that's not
They-
necessarily true because when you do AP honors, sometimes you are in those minimum classes.
That's true, yeah.
Classes.
So nobody
true.
really
And
did
I
that.
ain't gonna lie,
That's
I was
smart.
in AP
I
and
never-
But
me
I
neither.
had like 7 people in my class. I had to look around like, wait,
The crazy part is
mine,
if they don't learn the way you teach the way they learn. They didn't want to teach the way we learn. You know what I'm saying? It was always the curriculum, how they want to do things. And
But it's like that now. My daughter, she brought in some work, right? And I'm used to doing it a different type of formula. And I taught her the formula I know, which provided the same answer, but her teacher marked her some points off because she didn't do it in the structure that she was teaching it in her class. So I had to set up a meeting like, hey, it doesn't matter how it is. It's math.
And if she got the
There's
answer,
so many ways to skin a cat. As long as you get the answer, it shouldn't be the way you want her to do it. Because in life, she's not going to come across you in life.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So how does a guy like me get D's and F, but I'm testing as a genius? Imagine a person that can't write but wrote and directed 12 productions. You know,
But she
It's
had
just-
a good question though. Did she get the answer right?
She did.
but it's not about being right.
But
it's
it's not
about the
about being
process
right.
that they
They
want.
want-
Yeah.
The way they wanted it done. The formula. It was the
Because I know
key.
even with math, there was always different ways to getting that one
Yeah.
So who next,
answer.
Bo?
Yeah.
You.
No, but he didn't
Oh,
finish
shit.
though. You
Oh,
just said that your
Dyslexia and his.
what else? What
He said,
else?
I-
Insecurities you had?
Tone from a woman.
What do you mean? You was yelling at her, or you
No,
know?
no.
Her
I-
tone.
Yeah,
towards you.
I shut down if
That's insecurity.
Yeah, but that's her. That's
Yeah.
yelling. What
No,
about
no,
you?
no. That's probably insecure.
that's the
'cause
insecurity.
Oh,
Cause
you
he
shut
can't get,
down.
He shut
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
He can't
Yeah,
speak
because
up enough.
He
to
didn't
I
speak
don't-
up.
I can't, like, when I get angry, I can't speak fast enough to formulate what I'm trying to say,
Ah.
and then it becomes weapon. Like, I feel like men abuse with their hands, women abuse with their mouth,
Yeah.
Yes,
which is
yes,
100%
yes.
right?
true.
And it's all abuse, you know. So
Yes.
when they start talking down on me, that's why I'm really a big advocate of. I don't know what I'm an advocate of, but
Well,
you know,
let me- when you say talking down, right?
Some women should really understand that though.
Wait, no, okay. So when you say talking down, right? If there, if a woman wants to tell you what she sees, because sometimes you don't see what other people see,
I found
right?
it. I found it.
If a woman wants to tell you what she sees, how does she deliver that without you feeling
that
like
she talking down on
she's
you.
talking down on you? Is it because she used it at a certain moment when you guys are arguing? Is that why? Or when should she be able to tell you like you a flaw ass nigga?
I think.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's not respectful to tell
Wait a
somebody you a
minute.
fly ass nigga.
Hold on,
I
Jordan.
mean, there's a way to
Hold
say
on.
it.
There's no way to say it.
Hold on,
Hey,
Jordan.
I think you lie
I'll let-
sometimes.
I'll let back.
Jordan,
How do you say you a flaw ass nigga?
Well, number one,
Well,
you finna start a fight right now.
well,
Like,
Teach me what to say.
So
Yeah, okay.
you got it?
No, you good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she
do
just
it.
a fly ass
I'm gonna
nigga.
teach
Yeah,
you.
I want to
I'm-
know
I'm-
what
I
to
got
say
you.
because
I got
like
you.
you men
Let
would
me
do
do it.
things. I
Okay,
just want to know.
okay, I
like,
heard you. I got you.
Tell me.
Okay.
Not say you a flaw ass nigga. Let's start
Okay.
there. Let's start there.
Put my notes out.
Yeah, get your notes, get your phone,
so
whatever you need to do.
Don't say you're a flaw ass nigga.
Fuck ass, no. The
How to
relationship,
say it?
You don't say it at all.
But how's she gonna tell you how she feels?
How should I deliver it in a way you will receive it?
Of me being a flaw ass nigga.
You can stop. I would say for me, I would stop talking to a nigga. Once I realize you a fly nigga, I don't talk to no girl.
Ladies, none of y'all a minute.
We can be flawed.
Let me and Mo Wash answer this.
For growth.
Let me and Mo Wash answer this. Mo Wash, you go next. Maybe yours might be a little better than mine, but how do you deliver a flaw ass nigga?
How do you deliver a message to a man to receive that he just be doing he does some flaw shit, but it's interpreted to a way where I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Okay, so like this. Well, baby, I don't like the way, you move around these certain type of people. And it's not making me feel together or something.
That man gonna be like, so you calling me a flaw ass nigga?
Okay, so baby, I don't like the way you have been moving.
Yeah, I don't like the way you moving around certain people or certain individuals or whatever the situation is.
Okay.
Like, how can we put me in a better place that I don't feel unprotected?
Okay, I like that. I like that too.
Instead of saying you a flaw ass nigga. Hold on, man, you trying to square up? Like,
so that's like fighting words.
Yes, that's like
I
that's
thought when you
on
call
the ground.
a person a guy a F.
No, but you my old lady. If you my old lady, there's no reason you should be saying you a flaw ass nigga. Should I be saying you a bitch?
No, not really flaw ass, but you be doing you would do flaw.
Okay, so
shit.
how would you like if he say you be doing bitch ass whole shit?
Okay.
I was just about to say that. Like, I guess if that's what I'm doing.
If that's what I'm doing, okay.
But what I understand, I speak from my perspective. If you my
women more emotional.
Joy, if you my lady or you my lady, that means I'm brought into you. That means I trust you with my heart, my emotions, my insecurities, all of the above. So when I'm already vulnerable to you, and then you speak to me in that tone, it can get ugly.
Okay, so what if she said you was a fly ass nigga in a softer tone?
But I want because somebody
my sister in the soft tone.
Somebody I love and I'm vulnerable to, and sit there and call me a flaw ass nigga.
You know what I mean? You're not for me.
It don't sound good.
Okay, so can I? Okay, how about this?
That means the respect is gone.
I've seen some inconsistencies where it's showing me that you have flawed characteristics. Is that better?
Flawed character.
Flawed characteristics. Yeah, like you do some.
I'm gonna just ask you to explain. Like, what do you mean?
Which is
exactly.
Yeah, but I want to be able to.
Well, you gotta
send
understand.
a message in a more.
Put the shoe on the other foot though. At the same time,
do you want to call me flawed, or you want to say that I'm making mistakes, or you trying to say that I'm trying to lie? Like, what is the flawness is? Like, I'm fake.
You want to call you
all of that. Like,
you want to call me fake? Like, I'm one way with other people, and
like all of that.
Baby, so why are you one way with them and another way with me?
Inconsistent, maybe.
I mean, that's like, I see that you're doing this and you're so inconsistent with me.
Like, see, for me, I don't need femininity classes. I need classes to understand a man's thought.
Well,
there's
you have
a book.
to. Well,
How to Love a Black Man.
Well, ladies, hold on, wait, time out. Before y'all go reading these books, man. Do y'all really? All right, we ain't finna move the goalposts. Joy, don't
ask the question.
No. Wait. We still gotta go around.
That was good.
I think that's disconnect between when a man speaks and a woman receiving it, and when a woman speaks and a man receiving it. For me, the femininity is not my issue. It's me understanding what a man is saying to me for me to receive it.
Right. So
but you flip the roles then, because
thank you. There
so
you go.
You're saying like, baby, I need you to come over here and stop acting like that. Ooh, yeah, take charge. You do that to a man, that's kind of like you taking on the masculinity aspect. You a flaw ass nigga. Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know how men have to understand how to speak to women, right? We can't come to y'all in the way that we think it sometimes. We got to be able to dial it down a little bit just for you all to receive the message that I'm pushing, right?
That's pre-nut illusion.
Oh God.
You got post-nut clarity after
Post-nut
that.
clarity, pre-nut illusion. Fucking stupid. But you know how we have to dial it down and talk to you. I can't come to you and be like, man, why the fuck you ain't do this shit right here, man? It's going to start argument, right? Right or wrong, it's going to start an argument. We fighting now.
Yeah, because it's how you talk to me.
Right, it's how that's what y'all say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
So that goes the same way with the man. You have to understand how to speak to a man because men know how to speak to men. So why can't you understand how to speak to us as well?
Yeah, because we're opposite. So
That's what you have to understand. You can't come at me in a way of we finna fight. You a flaw ass nigga. That's basically what you saying is put your tight shoestrings up, nigga. It's finna happen.
And I think that's very dangerous, you know. And some women, they get in these situations, and unfortunately,
You better preach, girl.
they run into men that put hands on them. So
Yeah.
in no way am I condoning domestic violence, but I've had women in my gun classes tell me they want to get a gun because they've been victims of domestic violence. But the more they explain to me certain stuff, and I'm just like, well, like.
No,
You should try-
yeah, like
Hold on.
women, their mouth can be so.
What you gonna say? You just talked about this man's dead daughter.
It
Like
can
what?
be so
You
bad.
just showed us though.
What you
Yeah,
should have
that's what I'm
did was
saying.
call the police in that moment.
I
right
didn't.
there.
She didn't
Because
take my class when she
Whoa, Lord.
described to me certain stuff. Like I deny students. She didn't take my class after that.
And see, for me,
Call the
when I'm
police.
going back toe to toe with the guy, and I don't want to say toe to toe because I don't want to come off combative because I'm really not. I really shut down.
I mean, it's okay.
I really shut down. But for me, I shut down because I'm scared about the things that I may say when I'm
Right.
upset.
Yes.
And I don't want to.
Same thing.
Yeah, I
That you're gonna
don't want
regret.
to do that. I don't
Or
want
have
to
to
emasculate them.
apologize.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so let me answer this question really quick so we can move this right along. We can't stay on this.
Yeah.
We gotta get out.
Wait,
of
but
here
how
at the
did
same
you
time.
cope with the writing and the?
He said AI.
You interested
AI?
in this nigga?
No,
huh?
no, because he didn't. Everybody answered the question. I want to hear everybody's perspective and what they did to
What type of date
handle
y'all
their
finna go on?
insecurity.
Don't do
Well,
that.
my growth is, I have to be careful who I open myself up to. So that's my coping mechanism. Like, I was talking to this one girl and she kept trying to pull me in with love. I love you so much. I love you.
Oh,
Like
shit.
trying to get me to buy into her purity. You know what I'm saying?
They do that.
And what?
Hell,
Yeah, they
fuck
do.
ass
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Like you.
Shit.
And once you buy into it, now their agenda and everything change. You know what I mean?
Now
I
you
just got to
stuck.
be, because I love hard.
Was that love bombing?
What is that?
What did she did? Like basically overly sharing her love,
Oh,
whether it was verbally,
over
physical,
Nah,
acts
she
of
was trying to trap
service.
that man.
Love bombing.
Everything.
like love bombing, just providing so much extra love that's not even.
That made men run away though.
It make women run away.
Everything, because I felt like
It does. It's
I felt like
I
I
think
should.
if it's an evolved person, they
Okay,
go away.
I gotta answer this question so we can move this right
Yeah,
on.
go ahead.
We gotta get to the next question. My insecurity is was when I was small. I was skinny as fuck. That was my biggest insecurity. I was like 135.
Yeah, men go through body dysmorphia too.
I ain't say nothing about body dysmorphia.
But some men,
mean,
that's a common.
technically.
That
I
is
said-
a common.
No, stop.
Okay, not
Stop,
for you,
stop,
Batman.
Stop,
Not for you,
let me,
Batman.
let me finish. No, I said nothing about body dysmorphia at all. It was nothing about my body was good. I was just skinny as fuck. I was a little nigga, 5'8", being a fucking stick. That was a problem for me. And niggas they tried to muscle me around and all that shit, but I fixed that shit with
I mean, how
getting
old
bigger.
were you at that time? You can't tell me you were 12.
Nah,
he was-
I'm talking about in high school.
Okay.
after high school.
Yeah,
So,
after
so
high
that's
school.
been your only insecurity.
Yeah,
Well, let's talk about adult life. Past your teens. Let's do 20s.
I don't have any.
You mentioned one.
What?
You said when she was saying something. You was saying when you was growing up, you didn't have a
Yeah,
voice.
you didn't have a voice either.
Well, that
Yeah,
wasn't
but
an
you said in his
insecurity.
teens, though.
That was
That
an
was-
insecurity for you?
No, that was when I was younger still too though. I
But
didn't
that
have a
wasn't
voice.
insecurity
All
for
that
you?
tied in the same boat. Like because I didn't have a voice because I was little and niggas just try to push me around.
Okay.
So you were bullied.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was bullied when I was a kid.
So
man.
you don't like when people bully.
And I'm gonna jump in it.
Nobody does.
That's a
People
But
bully. A lot of
nobody does.
adults
Okay,
bully.
so what is a
Adults
negative
bully.
trait that you have when you're in a relationship that you could work
Oh,
on?
now you
If-
try to find out some shit.
No, but if you don't have
That's
no
a good question.
insecurity,
What's
then what's that?
What I had
Obviously.
my negative trait that I had was lying. I was a
Okay.
liar.
Okay.
I was a big liar
why did you lie?
because I didn't want to get caught.
I heard men stop lying at the age of 60.
No, I don't know about all that. What you
Yeah.
heard?
But I
shit.
think everybody lies.
Y'all see, y'all like,
No, we
God
do.
damn it with the echo chamber. Shit, can I finish
Oh
my
my
shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, go
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying? Fuck, God damn it, women.
So you
But
say you
anyways,
stopped lying.
Yeah, I was a liar.
But omitting is still lying. Because you omit.
I don't omit nothing.
Okay.
But anyways, God damn, Joy, what the fuck? But I was bad with the lies. I probably almost get caught and still lie.
So you were Shaggy. It
Oh,
wasn't you.
I was a fucking menace.
Damn.
What age did you stop lying?
What did you
That
do?
was
Like-
about
like
8.
to-
That was about 8 years ago.
8 years ago. And what did you do to fix that?
Stop lying.
You sure?
I'm positive as
Positive? Did you go to therapy? What did you do to...
fuck. No, I
Stop
don't believe
lying.
in therapy.
You don't believe in therapy?
No.
Uh-huh.
I don't think people could be therapeutic or whatever the fuck word that is. But anyways, I just had to take time to myself and realize what my problem was, why I was losing so many people that was close to me. And it was by lying a lot. So I just cut the lying off and just tell you the truth. If I'm ready to tell you the ugly truth, then give you the beautiful lie.
Absolutely.
I don't. I just avoid confrontation. Like I feel like you can't really handle the truth. So
So you would do something that you know would probably be a detriment to whatever relationship you have, but you avoid the confrontation of the consequences.
I tell them, but I don't give them the full truth. Like if I don't want
So
to be
you
with
omit.
I just don't want. You can't handle it.
But how can you tell me what I can handle?
Yeah.
Because
Good question.
I can.
No, you assume
can't.
that
You
she can't
assume,
handle
like,
it.
how
I mean,
how
I
can you tell
could-
me
because
unless you
if
put me in the paint of that?
If I have a relationship with you and I know this will probably hurt you,
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna end the relationship.
You
I'm
just
not
kind
going
of know
to.
the person.
So if you're doing
Okay.
so you have conscience enough to know that what you're doing may
What's
hurt her.
wrong?
So why do it?
Because
So,
we want to
good
do
point.
it.
Shut up.
No, why do
So
it?
why do it?
Why do what?
Whatever it is that
That you
will
know.
hurt, that you know will hurt her.
So if this person's not working, they can't bring nothing to the table, they don't have no value, but I see potential and I see you lacking, I'm not gonna say, look, your ass ain't working. You not
Why
showing me.
not communicate that so she could start working?
I would say it,
Mm-hmm.
but
what
I
he said.
won't say it in a point where it will cause an argument. So I'm like, hey man, what you gonna do? You gonna get yourself together? Or I would hint around if they don't start making adjustments, then I'll
Well, what is something that you know that you would do that's an action that you know will hurt her within your behavior? What was it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
name
yeah.
something.
I fucked this other girl because I didn't see no direction with you.
So why not break up with her?
Oh, okay, because you still want it.
Because she still has potential.
So why not communicate that
So
to
that
her
you
so
know
she
you're
can try?
selfish.
I just did.
So you're selfish.
Selfish. Everybody's selfish.
No, I'm speaking about you.
I agree.
But like, and so okay.
He wanted his cake and eat it too. He wanted to
Yeah.
be with her. and
That's
sleep
not
with
even the
other
right
women.
saying. He want his cake and eat it too.
Cake.
No, I get it. So
I mean,
why do men do
so
that?
this is the point why a lot of men don't be honest because
Right
the,
there.
the judgmental just can't.
That's
It's
not
not
so
judgmental.
So hold
It's
on.
just common
Wait.
courtesy.
So
We're not
you have
judgmental,
to you
but
have to
the criticism that
understand.
come with it. I would
It's
say
no
that.
criticism because you know I had someone that told me, "Oh, I'm willing to tell you the truth, but I don't want to be interrogated." But my thing is, if you know you've done
Well,
something,
they said the truth.
no. But my thing is, if you know you've done something that may come with questions, why not be prepared for that? Whenever you do something to where you know it may cause consequences, why don't you just be prepared for what that may come with?
That's the point.
What do you mean? What's the point?
What's the point?
That's the point. We don't want to have that conversation.
You don't want to deal with the consequences.
Okay, so it's all about
Makes
you
sense.
at this point.
So
You don't
you
give a hell.
selfish.
If you look at the structure of life, we do things so we
I
don't
have a
have to deal
question.
with the extra consequences or the conversation that may come along
All right,
with it.
so it's selfishness.
Thank
at
you,
this
Mo.
point.
'Cause you know
So
that comes with my
why
question.
is it selfish? Ain't y'all selfish for wanting that man just to be with y'all?
When you in a relationship, that's selfish.
You
have
can
to
want
hide
somebody
the
to
door.
be with you, but I ain't putting no gun to your head. You want to be with me too.
So would you
Oh, if I
consider-
want to be with you, that don't mean I just want to be with you.
But be honest
let me
about
know and
that.
give me
So
that
then just say
choice.
like,
So I
give a
can
person a
accept
choice.
it or not.
Well, I think
If you sucker somebody in,
so,
like
Guys, listen. Fuck all that. Hey, tell these women the truth. I want you and Edith. I want Kate and Edith.
maybe we
too.
can be sister wives.
No,
That's-
If
no,
I
I don't
agree
want y'all
with
at the same
so,
time.
Joey, I got to go back to you.
Okay, so selfishness.
It's a sound. It's
That's
a sound
cool.
bite. Like a lot of this stuff is building up. A
I
lot
gotta
of
stop
like
this
women
bullshit.
say that they exit the relationship before they exit the relationship. Right? A lot of women say that.
But men do too, so.
That's my point.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah.
exiting the relationship, then I have like I'm hoping that you can get better, but now I'm not really wasting my time. I'm starting to move on, so I'm detaching myself as I go on,
But
and then I
that's
find no
selfishness
conversation.
because it's
No,
because I
so
want to keep
during
this
his
person
detachment
around,
period-
How
but I
every-
want to enjoy
how-
this as well.
Who said we having sex still?
Holy.
So that's the point. Y'all don't know the foundation. That's why
So
I said
y'all didn't break up,
it's
but
a-
y'all not having sex. You hate the
when-
person,
when
and
you're-
you still with them.
when you're not connecting, like when it's not connecting in a relationship, it like you pull back from a lot of things.
Yeah.
The affection is different. That's why I say it's a soundbite. It's different scenarios.
Aren't you
If
miserable?
we're fighting and we're not on the same page, we're not fucking.
That's the thing with hope. When you hoping,
I thought men are still fucking.
Who?
Because I heard that you guys still want the nookie. It's the women that with hope.
Worst pussy ever.
But you still with them because you're hoping for change.
But you have situations like some guys.
I thought men still want the pussy.
Ew.
I would say you have situations where, especially when there's children involved, it's not just easy for me to up and leave. So I may still be with you, but we're not sleeping together.
Women taking away the sexual part of it.
Take that shit away. You still
but you have guys that they will not have
but they would be caring.
Guys can if a girl's attitude is just terrible, you have some men that can sexually detach from their woman.
Okay.
That they're like, yo, I don't even want to fuck you right now. Like I know, I had a friend who went to the doctor because he thought his thing wasn't working.
Wait. What you say?
So there's men that really would detach themselves from having sex with the girl that they live with or in a full-fledged relationship with. They would detach themselves sexually because they're not receiving what they are.
Well, not all men. Some men can do that.
When they detach just because they're fucking someone else.
When you say receiving, what you mean? What you mean, like fucking?
Not yet. Not
yet. Like just feeling lonely, feeling neglected, feeling like all type of reasons why.
So I mean, we broke up then.
No, some people still stay together. When you feel in a certain situation, you still stay together, hoping that you guys can work it out.
But hoping no communication.
But do you think a woman could drive a man to cheat?
Hold on, time
but
out.
that's another question.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I want to answer that shit. Say it one more time so I can answer it.
Like, are there men that really will detach themselves sexually if they're not feeling the love, if they're feeling neglected, if they're feeling lonely?
So what you're saying is if she
I thought men still.
So what you're saying is that if she stopped making me feel like I'm wanted.
Yeah, but y'all still want to fuck.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Okay.
You said if she stopped making me feel like a man, making me feel unwanted, then I would detach myself sexually from her.
Yeah. Do you guys do that?
Is the pussy still on the table?
Yes, of course.
No, I'm not going to detach myself. I'm going to keep fucking.
Of course.
What you mean?
Okay. Mo said something different. He said
they wouldn't.
Am I answering for me, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm answering for me. No, I'm going to keep fucking, but I'm going to find that shit somewhere else.
Absolutely, as all men do.
And Mo said he wouldn't. He will be mentally detached.
He said eventually. He said not yet.
No, he said ill.
I mean, because if she treat me like shit.
But you're still with her. Why not break up with her?
But why would you?
What you mean?
I was explaining that.
Can we get some more context behind this? What you mean, like treating me like shit?
But like why would a man
you just not getting what you're supposed to get as a man, feeling wanted, feeling acknowledged?
I stay with it.
That's kind of gay.
And that was,
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know about the feeling.
No more.
But what if this woman's like
you everything that you want in a relationship?
But also,
she's not meeting your needs. And
mean,
wants.
I want to be with her.
Out of relationship.
Yeah, but some guys be with her, but still get what he wants and need from another woman.
No, see, okay, so
you
hold on, wait. Everybody pause. I'm finna let's tone it down. If I'm not getting what I need and I want, and I'm in that place with this person, then I'm gonna leave. There's no purpose for me staying there.
Okay, so what if it's a relationship that you built, it's structured, but it just going down a low slope at that moment?
That's when hold on. Well, that's when you release the brakes and let it go down the slope, and you go on about your business. You free to move around the cabin.
But would you still put forth an effort as if you're still in a relationship with that person?
In that time frame from when it starts to where that relationship ends is where you put that effort in.
Yes. Let me
After that relationship has ended mentally and physically, it's over. Let it go. So
yeah, but some
I'm
people
not gonna go fuck somebody. Hold on. I'm not gonna go fuck somebody else because I feel some type of way.
A lot of people.
So I think the component that Bat is missing. Because he's absolutely correct. But the one component he's missing is when you're tied in financially with something and you're living in a house.
Oh, that's different.
And that's why I said that and you can't just jump up and leave. So that was my biggest lesson. I was in a relationship and I lived with her and we were getting these crazy fights and we're through.
I get it.
And then I'm opening up and I'm fucking. Then one day it would get back together. Now we back together again. I'm like, oh, this is new territory for me because at 2 weeks ago I didn't see nothing, and then it happened again. And you like, okay, this is toxic now. You know what I'm saying? But you know that since you're in the house together, eventually something is going to spark. But you just don't know.
Do you not
when.
think
why
it's
not break
toxic
up?
for you
Why
to
you leave
step
the house?
out the house
But
and
I'm pretty
But
sure
have
no,
sex
but
with
even
other
if y'all
women?
break up and
Hold
y'all
on, hold on.
split
One
the
person at a
bills.
time to ask him a question.
I'm pretty sure she was doing the same thing. But once I break and say it's over, like I'm doing my own thing now. If we get back together, like we vibing, and then we start fucking, that's something else. But we haven't even said, okay, we want to try this monogamous thing again. We just
But y'all broke up.
we just
But
got
why,
okay,
we
but
just
why
can't-
you still living with somebody you break? To me, if
I just
we
said
break up,
I just said financial.
No,
You
but
can't-
y'all can kill
you just
this.
can't.
Get up and go.
Yeah.
That
It's
happens
not
to me.
You pay
yeah, it's not
$9,000
illegal.
to get a whole nother place.
roommates at this point until
You really gotta
Yeah.
think about it. Like if it's just you and your man, and then everybody else around you can't let you in, what are you gonna do?
But you
gonna
right.
go to the street?
People
Okay,
are
so
trapped
look,
inside
so look,
houses.
so look, that was a good exchange.
That's
Joy,
why I
I know
came
I
in.
heard you 6 times say I got a question. What's your question, Joy?
Well, I think we kind of piggybacked on that because let me see.
If not, I know she got one.
Okay, so I was going to talk about the selfishness of men when they cheat,
Oh my God.
but I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, leave that alone.
My question is, do men cheat for sex and comfort versus women cheating for attention and understanding?
good question.
Hold on, say it, give it to us one more time.
So, do men cheat for sex and comfort versus women cheating for attention and understanding?
So a
Who you
quick
wanna
question:
answer
is
that
it
first?
more or who cheats more? Is that
It's more of
Who cheated?
the reasons why
what's
they
the
cheat.
reasons?
Okay,
Do you think men cheat for more sex and comfort
and then women cheat for?
and for attention and
Who
understanding?
you want to answer this question, Joy? Who you going towards?
You think men cheat for understanding and
Who you going to answer this
To
question?
be honest, that's
let's go
just
for
me.
Nikki. What you said?
I think it's flip flop.
So
the
you
mic
think
up.
you think men cheat for attention and understanding? No.
Yeah, because more
Let her
women,
explain.
when it comes to sex, well, like for me, more women are more sexual than men.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So you got to really think about that. More men feel like their partners do not understand them. And
Sexual.
A woman, no, just
Sexual.
under.
You preaching, girl. Keep going.
Yeah, she right.
Okay.
I hear that.
Let her cook. I forgot.
Like,
I don't know where it's at
If
right now.
my girl, if I come home at work, you working 10 hours a day, and your girl, you like, oh babe, blah blah blah, you trying to get an understanding, and she like, nah, babe, she nagging. You talk about your girlfriend, you talk about any other thing, but you're not understanding what your man got going on as a man. He gonna find out in the streets, and that's one of the main reasons why he's gonna cheat, is because you're not understanding me and you're not giving me a cozy feeling within my home. Fuck the
Well,
the
the cozy
sex.
feeling, because the cozy feeling would be more of the comfort.
Yeah, the comfort.
Yeah, so-
because some women are cold. Let's get it right.
Okay.
That's why I said, do
Some
men
women
cheat
are
for
mad
sex and
cold.
comfort?
No, it's flipped. I feel in my
Get
opinion,
the
I feel
ladies
it's
get the
flipped.
ladies answers first. Okay.
All right,
what
go
you
ahead,
got?
Chelsea. What you think?
Let's make it short.
Because I said, do men cheat for sex and comfort versus women cheating for understanding and
For me
attention?
personally, I don't think it's a one size shoe fit all. Like you have women that will cheat just for sexual purposes. You have women that cheat for emotional purposes. You have some men that cheat for emotional purposes. Like I think everyone has a reason why they cheat. I don't think it's cookie cutter. Oh, women cheat because of this, men cheat because of that. Like a person chooses to cheat, they're just gonna cheat.
Okay. What about you, Nikki?
I don't want to say understanding because women don't understand men like that, and men don't understand women. I'll say it's a mixture of both. I say sex and comfort.
Yeah.
Because they want to be emotionally comforted, excuse me, and of course they're in it for the sex. That's important. That's the reason why they're fucking this woman is to get their nut off or whatever like that. So I think it's a mixture of both.
A mixture of both.
Yeah.
Okay. I have another question. I mean,
We ain't even get a chance to answer.
I'm sorry. I thought you guys wanted to hear from women, but go ahead. Let me hear it. Go ahead.
I like to answer this shit.
Okay. So is it for sex and comfort versus a woman cheating for attention and understanding?
I'm gonna speak for the Ben first because I'm a man. 99% of the time, a man cheat just to cheat.
Just for sex.
It has nothing to do with no the comfort,
inadequate or
none of that
anything
shit
going
right
on in the
there.
relationship.
I ain't got no problems. It's just the relationship could be perfect, and that nigga still gonna fuck other bitches.
Yeah.
So he's selfish.
It's not selfish. It's just in a man's biological instinct.
It's
Right.
selfishness.
Well, blame God because we
Yeah.
made.
All right, we're
It's
not
not
gonna argue
God.
this.
We're not
because
doing
it's
that.
like,
So
oh no,
anyways,
it's just in our
Yeah,
nature.
you know, y'all don't like to hear the truth. When y'all
It's
hear, y'all
not the
start.
truth.
Y'all,
You don't
y'all-
have no problem with
Can
that.
I even at least
He
talk?
says
He's
blame
talking about
Can I
God.
talk?
God came down
Can
and
I
said,
talk?
He said,
Can I speak? Thank
yes,
you.
yes, go.
I appreciate it.
Let's not put it on God, y'all.
Y'all ask a question and then y'all don't like it. Y'all start throwing these demonized words.
Ten
I have no issue with what you
the
said.
Ten Commandments say
Damn it.
otherwise.
I have
You saying y'all?
listen. Because y'all is here in the collective saying the same shit towards what I said, right? Y'all, right? So, like I said, men cheat just to cheat. It ain't nothing about you might have that 1% man cheat for his emotions, but that's very rare. Niggas gonna fuck something because we look at something, sit down, that ass fat, and it's wiggling a certain type of way. I want to stand behind it. That's it. And then he get right back to reality with his old lady. That's
Yeah.
it.
that's crazy.
But
It's nothing about it. If a man tells you, I don't even like the bitch, 9 times out of 10, he don't like the bitch. He just wanted some pussy.
And I
that's
agree
just
with
what
that.
it is. So we're
Why
not
you
gonna
gonna
put
say
all
that?
this, be a man cheat for all this extra shit. Nah, man.
No, the reason why I say selfishness is because you know that this is gonna hurt the woman, and you're doing it for your own personal needs. We're not saying you like this bitch. You probably really don't, but you know that this is gonna hurt me, and I don't want you to cheat on
So
me.
the whole point is, I'm gonna cheat and you ain't gonna find out, and this is why niggas don't tell y'all the truth.
How
Yeah,
you know
but
she not gonna
women find out. Let's not do that.
Well,
You
We're
never-
like detectives.
Can we stop moving the goalposts?
You will never be bigger than the program.
Right?
Fucking hell. Go ahead,
Okay.
Mo.
Like
What you
why?
gotta do?
Go ahead,
If a
Mo.
woman don't find
Hold
out,
on,
it's
hold on,
because
hold
she
on.
want to be dumb.
Go
That's
ahead, Mo.
it.
Answer the question.
Period.
though, so we can move along.
No, seriously. Like
Because she
when
don't wanna
women
find
don't
out.
want to find out,
Come
it's
on.
because women are the best investigators in the world. And a lot of women need to change their profession.
That's crazy
But if
because-
a woman if she doesn't find out, it's because she wants to stay in bliss.
Y'all
She wants
intuition,
to
right?
stay. She
don't wanna know
She
the
doesn't want
Or
confrontation.
some don't care. Some don't care.
She
If
doesn't
everything's
care
taken
because
care
she's
of,
comfortable with how
Yeah.
he has her
That's crazy.
lifestyle,
It's crazy.
or she doesn't want to go through that.
It's
Like,
crazy that y'all can
the
find
transition.
out. It's just crazy y'all can find out when the man cheat, but not when that nigga unhappy.
Yeah, it's easy.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's
be
easy.
knowing.
Y'all
find out
can't-
when a guy's something.
No,
They
the fuck y'all
know.
can't. Y'all
Just like
You
social
can't speak
media.
for me, Batman.
Social
We
media
just
doesn't like
getting
the
to know
truth.
each other.
Social media.
No, you do it. Like, we
That's
just
like
met,
social
Batman.
media. Social media doesn't like the truth, but they like the messy shit. It's
Facts.
It's
I
just
agree
like
with
that.
that
Mo,
as
what
Go
you
well.
got
ahead,
for
Mo.
this?
What do you have?
Well, I don't think women can find out when men cheat.
Oh my God.
I don't. I mean, men probably cheat 5,000 times before they get.
Court.
Women
Yeah,
cheat
yeah.
better than men.
Holy
But go
shit,
ahead.
we not doing no comparisons.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Mo.
Yeah.
Like we find out.
We don't
If
care.
we don't say
Go
nothing.
ahead, Mo.
Let me tell
Hey,
you.
hey.
She need to get on the mic.
Hey,
What was the question?
hey.
Because I done got some calls from women.
Hey. Go ahead, Mo.
What was the question?
See, God
Look,
damn
he
it.
don't even
Question
know the
is,
question.
Because y'all keep
do
talking.
men cheat for sex and comfort?
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Oh, I agree with that. We cheat for the opportunity that was there. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with any other things. Like you said, it's the 1%. Like when I was in a relationship, I was that 1% at that time.
Mhm.
But majority of the time, it's the opportunities to feel like they still got it. You know.
So is that like what he said is a biological thing that you men just
Absolutely.
see
I mean,
for-
it's social structures. It's discipline.
Well,
you know?
I don't
Question,
agree
though.
with that because biology.
But I would say-
women
I-
see
can I have
men
a
that are
question?
fine too. Like,
But what about for the men?
Can he finish?
I'm
Sure.
sorry. I just have a
Listen,
question.
ladies.
When you ask the question, you can't jump right.
You're so
Yeah.
right.
Y'all gotta relax. All right? Go ahead.
It's social structures, you know, how society is set up. You know, they're going to tell you how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to respond, you know, what you're supposed to have. You know, you take away social structures, you don't have any kind of formality of how you think. Like we're just innate, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to have sex and multiply, you know, that's what's inside of us. We want to have sex. You know, women are wired different than men,
Facts.
but that's what it is. Now, based on emotions and all this other stuff that's created, we try to show a lot more discipline, you know, and it's tough to be disciplined, especially if you can get it.
It is
the
definitely.
piggyback off of what you said, when women cheat, this is why men get so angry and they ready to leave when women cheat, because we know what it took for you all to fuck with us. So
Okay.
if you giving that same energy to another man, we know what he went through and how long you've been talking to this nigga. So that means you like this nigga in some way, shape, or form. You like this man on a level to be able to let him enter your body. Now, there is an exception to the rule of women that will fuck a nigga just to fuck him. But most women don't move in that manner.
That's true.
So let's stop talking like we're the
I agree
same
with that.
A man can impregnate 30 women.
by himself.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
said
but
that
you
y'all
men
have
don't
sex
have
to
enough.
multiply.
You guys don't even have enough
Y'all having
money.
sex to multiply,
and
but
enough-
you're not taking care of your
enough
kids.
I said we
shaft.
was put here to multiply.
Can
I'm
I
sorry.
add something?
I guess.
But like you said, you have to. I'm gonna go there. I'm sorry, but we have to practice discipline. Like I can't afford all these kids, so I'm not gonna have multiple kids.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Now I can't speak to other
men.
men. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to personally have multiple women. I think that breaks down the structure of family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'd rather have two. You know,
I agree with that.
when I say
don't
two,
know about the
because
two part, but
a lot of us
So
have
you-
a,
so
I
you
have a
like-
baby. I have a baby mom. So if I get married again,
it's
and
gonna
she-
be two. I
yeah,
get it.
So you know,
Oh, that's
So
what
you're
you're
wrong.
Okay, that's
So
So are you
Okay.
into poly?
Okay,
No
so
way.
no, you moving the goalposts. Joy.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so we got time for 2 more questions, and that's it.
I had a okay. Forget what I'm saying.
What you got?
I just wanted to piggyback on what y'all was saying.
Nah, we ain't piggybacking. We
Okay,
got
forget
to
it.
move it along. What's your question? You got a question?
if y'all don't, I got.
Well, I guess I had a question for
Okay.
the ladies. My
Okay.
first question, like, do you all think you benefited from
You
feminism?
got the last question, Mo.
Hell yeah, you get so much out of a man when you so in that in
But
femininity.
feminism, though? Oh well, yeah.
No, the movement of feminism.
Because what you're thinking
no.
about working and
Oh, all of that? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause I was about to say, I
I
don't know
said
about that.
femininity.
I thought
No,
it was-
feminism.
Oh, feminism. No,
Yeah.
I think it's just something to. You know, people like to be important,
Mhm.
and I think coming up with that organization, like even with
Those
even
were
with Black Lives
lesbians.
Matter.
Oh yeah.
because if you really do the research behind Black Lives Matter, it was a white man that started that.
Wait, no.
So a white woman started
it.
feminism
No. A black woman started it, but a white person took over.
Yeah, well, a black woman did
But
start
a
Black
black
Lives Matter. Black
woman was the one that started it. And
You know,
because I
can-
googled it
Do y'all
recently
know
because me and
half
her talking
half
about it.
our HBCs was started by white people, so it's no stretch.
I
to
mean, I
know
believe that.
Black Lives Matter was started by a white
Yeah,
person.
I mean, I guess Google could be
but
altered.
No, I think it was a black woman that
Because
started
I
it.
Googled it
no,
was a
but the
black woman.
influence
The
behind
influence
it,
was a white
person.
it was so.
It got popular because
and that's another thing. Like a lot of us,
The black woman probably started the slogan. Black Lives
yes,
Matter.
Yeah,
and
but-
then the white person took it over and made
and
it
that's what
popular.
I'm saying. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's more of people just want to feel important. Now, when it comes to the feminism, I don't think that did anything for us. I think that kind of put a pacifier in our mouth to make us believe that we're being wanted.
It made y'all grow dicks.
No, made us feel like, okay, we're being recognized. But then after a while, I mean, are we really? When it comes to the structure of employment, when it comes to the structure of the industry of whatever it is that you're in, to be quite honest, you're still gonna have to answer to a male figure.
I just think it was a lesbian woman who was a butch or something that didn't want to be with the man and was like, we starting women rights or
I don't
something
know.
like that.
Just
I wasn't there. I mean, I'm just, in my perspective, that a woman that didn't want to take order from a man and
you know,
Could've been a
situations
lesbian.
like this, when it comes to women rights and all of that, I kind of sit that out because I do come from a big umbrella of understanding the roles. Like for me, I don't think women should be in judicial systems as far as a lawyer. I don't think a woman should be a police officer. Like
don't
I
either.
have those type of thoughts.
But that, like, you have more traditional thoughts.
Yeah,
like,
so for that, I sit that
to
out.
an extent because
no,
I mean we kind of criticizing
Ain't no extent.
women qualities, but we are empathetic and can look at both sides
Nah,
to an
fuck all
extent.
that.
I think
No.
no.
So I think it
But
depends
feminism-
on the
but
job.
feminism-
Let me tell you, I could do a story.
'Cause a
It
woman
was
could
a
be a
story,
nun.
right? I have a story.
You got
So
story time?
yeah, I have someone who was going through harassment. She was talking to someone who was going through a divorce, and she had to go through harassment because the soon-to-be ex-wife wouldn't start leaving her alone. So she went to court, and she had a female judge, and the female judge was like so empathetic towards the soon-to-be ex-wife. She like, it's like she forgot the whole core reason why they were in court. It had a lot to do with her harassing and stalking, right? Putting the girl in harm's way. But the female judge was like, I guess because she was married, she had kids. So she put herself in that perspective and she scolded the person who was actually the victim.
Yeah.
Now here we go, fast forward. The person who was actually the victim didn't sit well with the whole case and did an appeal. They ended up going through another case. Got a male judge, and a male judge straight up told the soon-to-be ex-wife, like, yo, you in the wrong court. You need to go to family court. If you're trying to do this, and that, you're in court because you're harassing someone. You're in court because you're putting that person in harm's way. So I'm contempting you. I'm putting you in this and this and this and that, because he stuck to what the situation of the case was, versus the female judge. She got so emotional and wrapped up in the whole situation that I think because she was a married woman and she had kids, she didn't stick to the case. But then
she made an emotional decision. Versus the male judge really stuck to what the case was about. Right.
And came up with a final decision on what was actually right towards who was wrong in that particular situation. That's why I feel like, women
shouldn't vote.
No, they should. I think voting is a number. I don't think it has anything to do with gender.
Yeah, but overall, if you actually even think about feminism, like we were talking about, feminism is a lie. The government just wanted women to go to the workforce to stimulate the economy because men were going to war. Mm-hmm. So the whole concept of feminism and anything after that is a lie. So I feel like anything started off of a lie and saying, oh, women empowerment, women all of this. A lot of, like, let's be real. I feel like a lot of us have trauma from other women. Like, I be feeling like low-key, a lot of women don't even like each other low-key. And even when you have women, and sometimes, like you said, in high positions, like you said, you had a judge that was in a high position that made an emotional decision. Let's say the stakes were higher. Something really bad could have happened for that life because a woman made an emotional decision. And you have women a lot of times in leadership positions, like, it's been proven, like, it's like a joke. Every person got a story about a black woman manager. It's like, why do some women get into leadership positions and go mad with power? Or, like, tend to be very toxic leaders?
What about Queen Elizabeth? Was she a person that went crazy with power and was toxic?
I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not saying all women. I'm not putting a cap on it. But I feel like feminism, what it projects to a lot of women, what it teaches a lot of women is low-key toxic.
So basically what you're saying, feminism is bad.
Yes.
I say to an extent.
I think it is bad.
I feel like it's okay that we have a choice. Like, taking a choice from women.
I don't think feminism had nothing to do with the choice.
It was choice because a freedom to vote. It was a choice
that had nothing to
vote.
With it. That had nothing to do with
women weren't voting because they weren't working. Why should somebody that doesn't work who doesn't stimulate the economy vote though?
Women didn't vote because they didn't want to go to war.
Oh. So the point of feminism was what?
It was no
not to have a choice. What was
the point in feminism was for the government to stimulate the economy. They had to put women to work in order because the men were going to work to war. If nobody is working, no one is going to stimulate the economy.
That's what they're going to say.
They're not going to say it straightforward like that.
If you Google it,
they're
that's
not
not
going to say
what
it's for women's rights.
But if feminism was created to divide.
Okay, that I agree with
that as well.
In terms of
it had nothing to do with voting.
Black people.
It had nothing to. Then it targeted black women.
Yes,
and it was created. Wait, and it was created by a white woman. Yeah. So black women indoctrinated feminism more than white women.
And it broke up the families.
And it broke up the families. It created women to be this masculine entity.
Yeah.
And that pushed men away.
Wait.
That's what feminism was for. That was the agenda.
I thought it was for equality.
It was not for
equality.
That's
what you're gonna say. That's the political
answer. We had our structure. We took on a white fight. That was not our fight. We had our own stuff. We had our own ecosystem that we was doing correctly. Then we started taking on a white woman fight. And that divided the black family. Right. It was a direct hit to the black community.
Absolutely.
So
I agree with that.
We failed because now look at the black families.
It's in shambles. It's in shambles. Like feminism was like we heard all of you all's take on feminism, but feminism did nothing positive for women.
I agree.
Nothing. All it did was create you all to be men. Because 90%,
I say to an extent.
I'm gonna say 90% of women operating feminism don't need no man. That's the biggest thing.
Yes, we do.
What are you a feminist? So
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah,
No, you're
I mean,
not.
I still want to have a
I am.
choice
No,
in
you're
the
not.
way
You
I
just
live.
talking right now, Joy.
I
You
am.
capping. Let me hold your hat because you capping.
I'm done.
Feminists is saying that you don't need a man, you don't need a family,
Right.
and you can do
Okay,
it all.
so
Most
No,
feminists
but
don't
I'm
have
saying-
none of that. They don't have a man
I'm
or
all
they don't
about
have a
women
family.
power, but
No,
I'm
that's not
all about
feminism.
gender roles.
But see, you're
So-
not feminist then. Because if you're all about gender
But
roles, then you don't believe in
But I
feminism.
understand certain reasons
We just
But
said-
behind.
we're
we
in
just
a
said
new
the structure
time,
of
so
it.
we can still be about feminism, but still understand gender roles.
What's the point of being about feminism?
I mean,
What's the point?
someone says, they said it's not for equality, but I think it's really for equality. So we have equal rights
what
in
is
certain
the
things.
real? What is the real equality? Because explain to me equality.
Having a choice in the matter if
no,
you
that's
want to
not
work,
equality. What's equality? Equality is
being equal with men. Oh well, I guess.
Yes,
Being
men and women are not
I guess,
equal.
yeah.
But- thank
Okay,
you.
I guess. Y'all
all right.
clocked it, I guess.
I think listen,
guess.
the whole feminism thing, I see, because by the end of the day, we were looked at as less than.
Literally.
Oh, no,
We
my
were.
God.
We were.
And why you do that?
That-
We were
that's
just
false.
objects.
Why
No,
you
but
do
it was
that?
true
You-
from
how-
back in
how
the day.
It's
could-
like when
ladies-
women are looked at,
Sex and
no, hold
children.
on, wait. When women are looked at in a way of having some substance or a highlight about her, you didn't tend to do this like.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this,
like-
because you're saying things that's false. Women were never looked at less than.
yes, we were.
Everything was created for you all to be comfortable.
What are you talking about?
The world that we live in.
Tell me.
Everything is made for you to be comfortable. You live in a first world country. That's
How?
number one. You walk this earth like nothing could ever happen to you.
That's
number
not true.
But things
Holy
can happen
shit.
to us.
Bro, all right.
Uh-uh.
Let me explain this to you without you saying that's not true, because it is true. You live in a first world country. Men don't. What man has ever looked at you as that you're less than?
Because we used to get graped. Well, not we, but people from
Okay,
back
so
then
were you
used to
not
have
say,
to have a
were
choice.
the
You're
women
sitting here
were
looking
women
at women
so
right
what-
now less than.
So when women say things like we looked at as less than, 90% of those women to be on Facebook or any social site doing what? Showing their bodies, sexualizing themselves.
Okay, so exit internet. What if there was no internet? What's
then we
next?
wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay, so it's internet fault.
If that's what you want to call it. Listen, feminism isn't good. Let's
Why?
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
it's
Why?
not.
Because it makes them more masculine? Is that what you're trying to say?
It's half and half.
I think what we're missing is that when you say men look at women as inferior, you're looking at the power structure,
Yeah,
like the dominance
literally.
of men, but
Absolutely.
the intellect and what
So
a
you
woman brings.
you scared? You scared that you're
No,
getting your
no,
dominance taken away when
no,
woman has more?
I'm saying women.
What?
When women say that we're looked at
I'm
down,
trying to figure it out.
they're looking at it as the power. Like we don't want to be taken advantage of. We don't want to be great, beat up. Domestic violence. They look at it in that aspect, but in the other aspect, you guys are essential to what makes life go around.
Men need
Yeah.
women, women need men. I
Yes.
just feel like we need to stop
We do
comparing
need each
our
other.
roles.
But it's not.
Women
it's-
have a
but-
role,
But
men have
that's what he
roles.
said. Is we don't look at you down. We know your place.
But y'all do. Y'all do
Ooh.
look
I
at
ain't
it.
know
How?
what I said.
How?
I mean,
If we say you don't supposed to
in
go
the
to
beginning
war,
of time,
that's
they all
just
treated women as less than. We can watch any period movie and see women treated as less than,
Name
as
one.
an object.
Name one.
Oh man, I'll say Game of Thrones. And it was
Explain
a
it.
period, a TV show. You
Why?
have
Because
women that
those are
was being
traditional
used
women that
as
knew how to
sex.
stay in a woman's place.
That was traditional women. It was.
So you're gonna call a traditional woman looked at as less than? No, the women
I mean,
actually liked the place that
unfortunately,
they was in.
were.
I watched
more-
every-
They
I
were
watched-
looked at less than.
I
less
watched
than. Let's call
every-
a spade. That's why the whole feminism thing came out, because they were not looked at as
No, they-
enough. No, yes, they
What the
were.
fuck?
Women feminism
What are you
wanted
talking
to
about? They were
be
calling
eye
men-
to eye with men.
You're
It
not
was
eye to
kind
eye
of-
with men though.
I mean, in terms of depending on what it is,
In
like
no
I said,
situation
men
you're
have
eye to eye
roles,
with a man.
women
Listen, I
have
don't care about
roles.
none of
You
that.
guys,
Like, I'm a
are-
dependent when it comes to my
are-
man.
when it comes to strength
Period.
and providing, I guess, but then
I'm
women, we are
independent.
In
nurturers.
every sector of the world, on any biological instinct or whatever you want to call, we're more superior than you.
Oh my God!
Do you think
But
men
we
are better
we carry
nurturers than women,
children.
though?
How the hell are y'all more
The
superior?
statistics show
Without-
that men are better fathers and
without
create a
women,
better
y'all
home for
wouldn't be
kids.
So you think
nothing.
men are more nurturing than women?
That's what statistics say, right?
I'm asking you,
Men
Batman,
are more
not
nurturing?
statistics.
I'm not a father.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
But I'm going to tell you what
if
the
you were a
statistics say.
father-
I just asked your opinion,
I would
but
say-
I guess you said you can't tell me.
Men
Call
are-
him,
men-
Shamari.
men-
Call him.
men are-
Inbox him. He should be available.
men are not as better nurturers than women.
Okay,
right?
but
Because
y'all
we're not
physical, y'all
our biologically we're not set up like that.
absolutely.
But our structure, our understanding of how we see things, how we shoot things straight, we do better than women.
I mean,
Name
I agree
something.
with that.
Can y'all
what
name
about
something that y'all do
kings
better
that
than
be
men?
having queens? A lot of
Oh,
these
shit.
kings be getting advice from their queens.
So what happens is
This goes back to the
So-
clip when I saw the guy said a lot of men just do not like women.
Oh my
What?
God.
Y'all don't.
fuck?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm-
y'all
no,
don't
going back
sometimes.
to
not
the-
all, not all.
I don't
going
love- I
going
love-
back to
I
the
love
clip
women.
that I saw.
I ain't never heard you
No,
say
you
that.
guys love women for what they
We
have,
can offer.
what we can offer.
Our beauty, our pussy, that's
I,
it.
I think y'all moving the goalposts.
But what about
I
our
think
mind?
big
He
time.
said feminism. Like when the men went off to war and the white women wasn't taken care of, they started fighting for different rights. They wanted child support. The men were getting killed and they couldn't get jobs, so they started saying, "Hey, the government is not taking care of us. We want these rights." That's where it started from. It had nothing to do with niggas. They can care less. We was on our own farm doing our own thing. And then they started as feminists. We need this, we need that. But them white people went back to their husbands.
Right.
I mean, if they needed it,
And black
'cause they
women
didn't have
indoctrinated.
help because they were
Jesus.
housewives at a point, and now the husband got killed. I mean,
But I
can we
think
blame
in
But
them?
recent years,
it was a-
but
it
even
was-
the
it was
white
a
women
ve-
are benefiting from feminism.
it was a-
Within recent years, no woman is benefiting from feminism at all.
Facts.
So I'm like, I think the whole
Women
gist of
say
feminism was a
that,
ruse.
It
What
just
is
went
when
overboard.
I work at Miami-Dade College. All my directors are women. The president of the college is a woman. Like I don't see what women are fighting for. Like what are y'all fighting for?
Equality.
What
being-
equality?
I mean, having a choice. If I want to go, to
No, we're
prison,
talking like
I
present
I
day.
can go to
Present
right
day, a
go
woman
to
does not need to be
school.
fighting for
Okay,
any
so-
equality.
so
Present day.
Why
Nikki,
not?
so
What if I
Nikki-
want to be a doctor? I'm
Nikki,
hard-
But you
Nikki,
can
Nikki,
be.
Nikki.
So is the
Hold on,
feminism
wait-
trying
wait
to
a
be on the
minute,
same
wait a minute,
page
wait a
with
minute.
men?
Yes.
I don't-
So,
Oh,
so
okay.
wait. So you said equality.
Absolutely.
Explain equality.
I mean, being able to have the same choices that men have.
What choices don't
we
you have?
We
that
don't
you
want to pay child
Hold
support.
on, wait, but don't.
Yeah, but y'all decided to have sex and have kids.
We don't have that choice.
Hold on. So tell me, what choices that we have that you don't have?
I mean, I guess in terms of figuring out our career path and what
No.
kind of
So
job
you don't
that
have.
we
So you
want.
don't have choice to figure
I
out
mean,
your
we
career
have
path.
that choice now. If you want to be a lawyer,
had
doctor,
that-
officer,
But that's what we're
You've
talking about, like right
You've
now in
always
present
had that
day.
choice.
I can say
we didn't have. I don't think we always had that
You've
choice. I
always
think
had that
all
choice.
women at that back then had to be a housewife.
What's back then?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say maybe
So you speculating.
40s, 1940s.
Okay,
Based
so
on,
I'm
based
glad
on
you said
what
that.
I
Both
didn't
of
experience
my
it.
parents was born in the 40s. My mom had the choice to do whatever she wanted.
1920s. How about that?
My grandma had the choices to do whatever she.
19,
Now you moving the
1910.
goalposts.
I mean, wherever it was at.
So when your points get flushed, you try to push it back a little bit.
I don't think you
I
had a good argument.
Okay,
on
so
that.
when did feminism for equality started?
What I'm
then?
saying,
I
what
think she's
first,
thinking about equality
women
as in money
women
and
choose if they want to have the,
Exactly.
women
And jobs, too.
Hold on, women choose if they want to have the baby, right?
Yes.
Women choose if they're going to put their father on child support. Women choose
Now,
women choose who's going to have the last name. Women choose if they're going to keep the child, they're going to send it with the
But
child.
that's what we're talking about right now.
but men have the
Equality,
choice
because
of
they
man
didn't
and
have that
woman.
before, right?
They've always had that.
That's where the feminine thing came from. So now, what choices do men have?
You had a choice to nut into women.
No.
You had a
no,
choice
that's not a
to.
choice. That's something that we came together. What
This
other,
is a disingenuous
what
argument.
other choice that we have?
Oh,
that
but
y'all
you
don't
said
have?
a woman has a
Yeah.
choice to have the baby.
Like,
but
so
you're not
right now
young.
in
Because
present
we can't-
tense.
we can't tell you to get rid of that child.
Okay, because when
It's
we
your
get rid of a
choice.
child, it takes a toll on our body. So if we go-
Nikki, fuck that. I want you to tell me what we can do that you can't.
do.
Oh, in 2024?
Yeah.
I mean, we can do
2025?
everything. I mean,
2025.
Okay, y'all can do everything,
I
right?
mean, I was born in 1990.
Right.
We could have did everything.
Yeah.
then, so I can't speak for-
Cool. I'm happy for you. So,
Shut up.
so with all that you just said, so what is feminism for then?
I mean, I'm speaking based on Google. Google says feminism is based on
No, because
equality.
no. Wait.
Because I can't speak on based on how I was raised because
So you just talking,
But
to talk. So
equality
you don't
came
don't
from-
have the answers.
Yeah,
there's
wait.
sources. I named the source.
You named the source that is
Feminism
inaccurate,
and
sweetheart.
equality came from body, right? Making body choices,
You've been able to do that.
career choices.
You've been able to do that.
No, the fuck we could not.
Career choices?
When the fuck
Yes.
could you not make your own career?
Women didn't have the
When?
say so when it
When?
came to career.
That's the thing.
When?
When
You're arguing about trauma that you never
No.
experienced.
Who, me?
We're talking about in
No.
generation like that changed back in 1980s,
No.
70s.
Not even.
No,
It was
there was
way back. Way
Okay,
back.
so you mean to tell me
So women have had rights for a very long time.
Yes.
no?
So if I Google it, we had it for a very long
so,
time.
Yes.
so you guys are saying that women had rights for a very long
What
time?
rights did you not have?
Yeah,
So
like
what he's trying to say is that the jobs that we are talking about, we can get them now.
We could
can
Now
get
I'm
them
talking about
from
back
was
then.
always able to
Back
get
then, what
It's only the
stemmed from
1700s that we couldn't
what
get those
stemmed
jobs.
from a woman sitting in her
Who
home?
do you know
I
that was in the
started in
1700s?
1848.
Oh my god!
we don't know. Yeah, but I get what Batman's saying. We don't know nobody that's
What-
back from
we
that
don't-
time.
we don't.
It don't affect nobody.
We're
It
suffering
don't
from
affect
trauma that
nobody.
we
get it
never
right.
experienced.
Okay,
And
one
I
mic,
get
one
what
mic,
the
one mic,
ancestors
one
they
mic,
be like.
one mic, one mic,
No, it-
one mic.
We
So
suck.
listen,
Go ahead.
you all are you're preaching for something that you all don't even need.
Which is true. I agree with that.
You all are saying feminism.
I mean, but it's black
But you
people.
don't even benefit from it.
Yeah, but I mean, no. Wait, let me be quiet.
You don't benefit from it. You don't know a benefit from it. You just speaking because it's like an echo chamber. You hear one person say it, and then it's an echo. You regurgitate what you hear.
I agree with that.
You
But I
don't-
mean, it goes back to just black people in general with slavery. Slavery, excuse me. We
I don't know
never-
nothing about no slavery. We
Okay.
can't even bring that up because I don't know a motherfucking slave.
Okay.
My mama ain't know a slave. My grandma ain't know a slave. Her
Okay.
grandma ain't know a slave. So,
But we all.
But point
It-
blank,
it
period.
existed, but-
Feminism came from equality. That
But that
You
was
have-
their point.
you
Of
have
that
always
was
had equal
that's
rights.
what. But the men are saying that women always had equal rights.
men gave you the rights. If men didn't
Oh,
want
so
you to have,
men gave us the rights.
They
now.
did.
That's a fact.
The men were the ones that ran the government.
We didn't.
No,
you
men
did not.
never
But
had
it's how
equality.
right.
We didn't have
They
equal
chose.
rights.
Men could have said no.
So
Men could keep saying no, no, no,
women,
no right.
Women didn't have
She wanted to-
women didn't have full rights, just like slaves didn't have full rights. I
Right.
think we got the rights and everything at the same time.
But I still feel like what was wrong with the rights that women had? Staying home, not working, having your
Amen.
husband pay all
Yeah,
the
we got-
bills,
right.
cooking
We finna
and
close up.
cleaning.
We finna
I
close
think that was actually a pretty decent life.
Okay, so listen, let's
Everybody else, like-
I
we
mean, I
gotta
guess-
land the plane. We finna land this plane, man. We finna land the plane. Listen, man. At the end of the day, man, I want everybody's final thoughts with the feminism, and then we gonna end it there. I'm gonna give mine first because once we done, we done. Fuck, I don't want an aneurysm. Joy, don't look at me. Like
No, I'm just because I'm really trying to figure out like feminism. It rooted from what era, and
18.
how did that help us in this era? Like, what's the difference? Because
What
there
is-
is a reason why the feminism whole movement started from something.
A scam.
Women, like if I'm not mistaken, we didn't even have the right to vote. If I'm not
We
mistaken,
Well, no. You women ostracized their rights to vote. They didn't want to vote because they knew they would have to get drafted into the
Right,
military.
exactly.
Let's-
Why would I would not choose to vote if
So-
I had to go to war or if I had to go
hold
to
on,
work?
Hold on. So don't say women didn't.
Okay, so
no,
moving
wait,
forward,
wait. Because I'm finna tell you.
I'm gonna
I'm
Google
finna
it.
attack that argument. You said women didn't have the right. Women always had the right to vote because men
No,
gave
we
you that.
didn't.
Yes, you did. Men gave you that right to vote. The women said no, we don't want to vote.
what about employment?
Listen to me. Women, we'll get there next. Women did not want to vote because they would have to get drafted into the military. That's on the ballot of voting. If you vote, you go to the military. You get
Okay.
drafted. So that's debunked.
Okay, moving forward.
What you gonna say? The wage gap? That's not real. Because if that was real, men or the companies will hire women if they paid them less. Why not? They're a company. They're there to make money, right? So if I'm going to be able to make money, I'm going to hire a whole bunch of women and pay them, 10 cents to the dollar? That was the argument. Let's do that.
Can I read what I Googled?
Women
For
didn't have
much
the right
of
to
history, women were denied the right to vote due
Vote.
to a combination of deeply rooted societal beliefs, political agreements
We
or
didn't have the right to
arguments,
vote.
and social structures. We didn't have the right to
We
vote.
didn't.
It's not women saying, "Nah, I'm not going to vote because
Well, you
I
need
don't
to go
wanna
back.
Because I don't want to go
See,
into war.
number one, you
no,
going-
we didn't have the right
Y'all
to
reading
vote.
this Google shit,
no,
man.
no, I can help her out because I'm no Google
Jesus
too.
Christ.
1837 was originated in Europe and it came back over here in the 19th century.
They took care of kids and the home.
Hold on.
Let them cook.
1837. That's over a century.
Mm-hmm.
And we're crying about equality right now. Like it's not even a thing anymore.
It's not, but y'all
So,
saying we had the right, we chose to.
Y'all had just as much right as a black slave and a black woman. Forget
What?
those white people. Black people didn't have that. Y'all are black.
Hold on,
Well,
you
you know
said
what?
that black women had just as much as
No.
the
That's not what he said.
I said,
That's not what he
please,
said.
because I'm
I
getting
said
flustered. Like I
white-
can't even talk right now.
white women, black people in itself, we didn't have nothing. We're arguing about what white women wanted.
Right.
We're arguing about what white women wanted.
Oh, I did just put one.
Black,
Yes.
we're arguing what white women want.
White.
The black people,
Black
we didn't have
feminism was
anything.
for
You ain't
white
have none of that
people.
shit.
You're mad about what they didn't have, and
Black
we
men couldn't
never
even vote.
had it.
We just talking
Hold on.
about all women
Hold on.
that have
That's true,
vaginas
no.
at this point.
Again, we're arguing about what blacks never had.
But
Never
right,
had.
going
Okay,
back to
okay.
feminism
Men-
started division.
Fuck feminists.
Okay, so
men
black
and
women
black
was
women,
able to vote
we
in
didn't have it.
1920.
Hold on. Stop.
Black men or black women didn't have the right to vote. We're arguing about a white woman's fight, and y'all upset.
That's facts.
Nigga, we're black. We didn't have
never
none
had
of that
that
shit.
Right.
Nigga, you
fuck are we
couldn't
talking
you
about?
couldn't walk up the street without getting killed.
Like that's my anger. We're arguing about
So
a
you
fight.
said the
Which is
feminists
true, I
came
read.
from a
It's
white
both.
woman.
I always
Right.
said
Yes.
I said it's a fight that was not even originated
Yes,
from
it's,
us. That's all
it's
I was
true.
saying.
I'm reading
That's
that.
not
Okay,
our fight.
so
That
now,
was the white
okay,
person's
so
fight.
it wasn't our fight back then. So what's
Yeah.
our fight now?
We don't have.
We don't
no
have
fight.
one.
No, when it comes to feminism.
We don't have
There's
one.
no
in terms
fight.
of black women, it
Black
started
women.
in
But
1920.
personally, I think women have more rights than men. Women, we have laws put in place. Like,
Give me
what-
an example.
Affirmative action. Literally, affirmative action is a law put in place, meaning a company has to hire a certain amount of minorities.
Demographic.
But
Okay,
that's,
but
that's,
that's
out the
men
door
and
now.
women.
They
not
mostly
just
target.
women.
They mostly
Yes,
target
that-
women.
Yes, it is women.
Okay,
You
because
just said
black
at your
men was
job.
just
How
older.
many women are in
Because black
positions of
men-
power?
Because
I'm
you
gonna
know
say
why?
this.
Affirmative
Because
action.
how many black women graduate from college versus black men?
But
Black
black,
back then,
Yeah,
but now
but
it's
black
more.
women had opportunities to go to
leading-
college.
Now it's more women
Black women had more
graduating.
because black women have more opportunities to go to college.
Y'all leading the charge in education and graduation.
Yeah, now.
Now, since 2000.
So there's no fight. There's no fight that a woman needs to have.
So that's when y'all say that y'all want a man making
It's always a
100K.
fight.
You women,
Yeah.
y'all are advanced way
It's
past
always a
us.
fight.
Yeah, you're right.
The
I ain't
black
gonna lie.
woman is way advanced than the black man.
They are.
Because
They
we're
are.
smarter.
All right, let's go to the
Economically.
let's go to the
But no, yeah,
comments.
but the
Yeah, yeah.
black
Hey,
and
hold
black
on.
and black
Time
women
out.
fight need to stop.
Yeah, let's get to them comments. You seen some of them, Joy?
Mhm.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you got.
I
You
wanted
got
to ask a question. I had seen a comment had said,
Okay, so let's go up because there was a couple of comments.
dude.
Let's go up. Let's go
And
up.
then we gonna land this motherfucking
Yeah,
plane.
Shoot.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
we gotta land.
That's a
it.
lot of comments.
Me and Mo both gotta get up
out of here.
Y'all listening? Love it.
All right, so let's start it up from Tiffany Denise. I don't know what did Reva say.
No, go all the way to.
Reva was talking shit too.
Yeah, Tiffany on this.
I think.
Hey, Tiffany.
Once
Okay,
we,
Black Shirt. Were you able to speak up about things in your childhood?
Black shirt.
We all.
We all.
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
Okay.
him. That's
Three
him.
Yeah, I
people
think
got
it's
black
him.
shirts.
Yeah, nah.
Well, she, no, I don't know.
Joy just read. We ain't finna
Tiffany, who you're
respond.
talking about when you said the black shirt? But way to go with the weight loss. I think she's talking about you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh,
Am I
thank
right?
you. Thank you, Tiffany.
EH for behavior. What's EH?
Emotionally handicapped
Okay. All right.
in high school.
Fair. That's why we teach children the way they learn. It's not fair. I think that's when she was talking about the way
Yeah.
kids are being taught. All right.
Absolutely.
Silverback University put shut your lying ass up bad. Tell the truth, Rob Coates.
Who's Rob?
Tell the truth, Rob Coates.
Oh,
Whoever
okay.
Rob Coates is. That's something
She's
he referenced.
citing, yeah.
All right. He making sense. Who we talking about? Who is he?
Probably Mo.
Timo
No.
put fuck yeah, black men don't cheat.
Yes, women can drive to
Where the hell is Daryl? He done missed work twice, cut his pay. Black men don't cheat. Of course they do. Humans cheat for all of the above.
Mhm.
And the last time I checked, Google says women cheat 9% more.
Mm.
80% of men cheat for sex. It's never really for attention. It's only a handful of them that cheat for attention and love. They not getting with their current woman.
Facts.
So okay, so Sharifa says that men cheat for love.
what they're not
For
getting,
attention?
or what they're not getting from
What
their
they-
current woman.
Right. Okay. All right. And Tiffany agreed. What else?
So if men have enough money, they can cheat.
So if men have enough money, they can cheat.
What y'all think?
Depending on the person.
So,
Like,
but
that's
if
what
they
it-
have money, what do you mean depending on the person?
If she's okay, depending if I'm Sally and my man has money, I may be okay that he can cheat because he has money. But I also can be Ashley that I don't care if he has
We're
money.
not gonna be stuck on this cheating
But
shit.
what if he ain't have enough? He can have
Yeah,
money,
yeah, yeah.
but not enough.
Men with money get divorced all the time for
Right.
cheating,
Who
though.
was to say he has enough shaft to distribute?
Okay.
Which is
Like-
true, and
What's
a
the
lot of
next
them
one?
really
But I
don't.
think
What's this one?
a majority of men can't even cheat. So it's like
Somebody
men are
said
usually
what?
Why
men are
can't-
usually as faithful as their options. There's like 70% of men that are invisible to women.
We talked about
Like,
this.
there's not a lot
Chels.
of men that actually getting coochie
We
like
talked
that.
about this. Some men be wanting a poly relationships but can't even please.
Okay,
They
okay,
can't,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back to
So-
these comments. So we gotta land this plane. Y'all ain't gonna.
not enough
Shit,
shaft. That's
no.
crazy. Okay, so there's a fee to be paid to cheat in peace. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to cheat, you got to make
Them
sure
bills
that your
better
girl
be
is
paid.
laid.
Yeah,
And
you
she's
better
everything
be.
is
You better
is
be a
spread
virgin
out.
too.
Mhm.
It's a nice spread.
You better be a virgin
Who
too.
gonna be who?
A
Okay,
virgin.
then, so shut the
Right.
fuck up. And
No,
just let
Bye.
this shit
nigga, if
happen.
you're going to
So why
cheat
not
and
just break
disrupt
up
your
with me?
home, make sure the home is comfortable.
Why not
Moving
break up?
forward.
People can
I
just be
don't-
single and
I
fuck
don't-
how many
Forward.
people they want
I
to.
don't
That's true.
think one time we ever said that we was cheating in a happy home.
But why
What?
cheat? Why just
I
be
said
single?
one time we never said that we was cheating in a happy
Oh,
home.
Baz,
But
don't
you
speak
said-
for you.
yeah,
Speak for
yeah, yeah.
yourself.
I don't cheat.
No, Bat said that a lot
Oh.
of men cheat for the opportunity.
That's what I said.
That's what you
So
said.
you're sitting here saying
That's what you
that
said.
men cheat, men will not
That's
cheat
what
if
he
they're
said.
happy.
I was saying that I don't think anybody here said that. That's what I was
But you
saying.
So what
For
do
the
you think?
opportunity.
Do
That
men
means
cheat?
No.
Hey, Bass said get off this subject.
No,
No.
because
Keep
I'm
going.
like, what?
I was saying we never said we. I don't think we said that.
No, but I'm saying
But
so.
you said you did it
But I
just
would
to
like to
see-
get some
so
insight.
we
Do you
said
feel
that.
like
The
men
insight,
cheat?
the insight is
Men cheat for the
nigga
opportunity.
just be happy.
So
nigga.
men is happy they're
No,
not
I'm
cheating.
telling you, I'm telling
happy
women
and
to be
still
happy.
cheat.
Oh,
If,
I'm
if
saying,
your relationship
come on,
happy,
man.
stop
Let's
looking for
stop
problems. Just
But
move
what
on.
if the man bring problems?
Nah.
Then you got a
A lot of-
girl
a
who
lot
have
of-
feelings
a lot
because
of-
you dicked her down good, and now she writing the
Oh my
new
God.
girlfriend like, "Hey, I fucked your
Boy,
man."
if the
What about that?
goalposts ain't in the sea right now, god damn it, boy.
I guess.
So you're trying to say that he's not right?
I'm trying to say, let's get through these comments.
So Mo
we can land
said
this
that
plane.
if you're happy, you're not cheating.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, what did
because
you
happy men
say?
be cheating.
I was saying in here. we
Nobody
never-
said
No,
that.
fuck
That's
that.
what he said.
That's what I said.
That's what-
Would
said.
men cheat if they're happy?
in a relationship,
Yeah.
it's proven that they have did that.
Why?
Moving right along.
I want to know why they do that.
Pussy.
All right,
Maybe
so
another
Man, because
day.
you can't
Another
say,
day.
listen, niggas gonna
women
cheat.
speaking of against feminism is so bizarre. Who was-
Why?
You said who was speaking against? Who was speaking
Me.
against? Oh, okay.
But why we
don't-
speaking about it if we experience?
I don't know who fought for feminism. I wouldn't let a man tell me. Hold on, me. I don't know who fought for feminism. I wouldn't let a man tell me what to do back then or now. But I wish she should have shut the fuck up so us
I
women
agree.
can be home cooking
I mean,
and cleaning. I'm tired of working.
Me too.
I wouldn't mind a man telling me what to do if he had
Go ahead, Joe,
bullshit.
keep going.
Where is Daryl? I love the right to vote and being able to speak up and speak freely. I like the ability to get education, but if and when I want to get an education.
Agreed, girl.
Yes, they were looked at as less than. I knew that because I think I said that. Women were looked at as less than, but whatever.
Period movies.
Hey, hold on. Can we
All right.
can we pause there?
Let's get down to the bottom.
Women,
Stop doing that.
Yeah,
black
let's get down to the bottom.
black men and black women were always looked at as less than. That is another argument. We're making a white fight a black fight. We're still looked at differently now. So
Facts.
so we like
But as a
don't even
woman,
know
we're
where I was
still
at. Go ahead,
looked
just
at
take
less
control.
than. So
Oh,
even
we
though
finna
black
land.
men was
Black-
at
black
less
women
than,
wasn't-
we're still under that
black women wasn't working like that back in the days.
because
So-
we didn't have a choice to.
So
Black
listen,
men didn't have a choice either. We worked for the sharecroppers.
I mean, we had no choice because they forced us to pick cotton.
That's our point
Holy.
exactly.
They didn't give us a choice to choose what we wanted to do.
We're fighting about an argument that's not ours.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So you
I
said
agree with
feminism is not a black woman's fight?
no.
No.
that. I mean,
No.
not.
Because we wasn't even in the race.
Yes.
I mean, true.
But do
we
you
still didn't have.
But
why
do you
nobody
think?
dragged
But
us
do you think that feminism, even though it's not our fight, do you think we kind of benefited from it
What
as
did you
being a
benefit?
black woman.
What did you benefit?
No,
I mean, we didn't have
the
a choice
government had
back
never
then.
been for the people.
I agree with that,
the
but
government
still, we
So,
still receive some sort of benefits.
Hold on, wait a minute. Why do you keep saying, did we benefit from it? What did you benefit from it?
No, I'm asking because
I mean,
he
we
said it
can
was a
work
white
now.
woman's
So-
fight.
so
So
we
I'm
can
asking.
No.
What I'm
did
asking,
you
did
benefit?
black women benefit from the white woman's fight?
You should
when
be
it
able to
comes
answer that question. You're a
feminism?
black
We
woman.
can work now.
I think we have we have voting rights,
Mhm.
which was something that we probably
Educational.
didn't know about because we were incompetent.
Y'all had that before y'all was born.
No,
Educational,
education.
You had that before you was born.
but we didn't have it back then. Obviously,
so
in the
what
90s,
Mo was
We
saying.
benefited from the
Okay, let's
Emancipation
move
and
right along.
Proclamation. We benefited from the Civil Rights Movement.
we can walk around
We-
freely.
we
Ain't no
benefit-
blacks here,
we
whites
need that.
here.
I'm telling you,
there's a
we
lot of shit.
benefited from the block grants that provided resources and money to our
True.
communities. We benefited
you're
from
right.
affirmative action. We wasn't even benefiting from DEI, but we was benefiting from affirmative action. We were benefiting from other things that help black minorities move forward. It was nothing about the feminist movement that helped us because the woman cannot succeed without the black man, right? So if the woman is succeeding and the black man is failing, then there's no forward
I agree
movement.
with that. I mean, but black men can't succeed without women too. I
But
feel like
never
we
said
need
that.
each other.
Nobody ever said.
Y'all was
black
saying
men never
y'all
said
was saying that a feminine movement, like it was no black male movement, right? You know what I mean? Like
I mean, I don't remember us ever saying there was no black male movement.
it's not.
There is not.
That's what I'm
There is
saying.
There isn't?
That's
Okay.
not-
Well,
never
we
been.
but we was talking about
We're
exclusively feminism.
we're-
but we
we're-
know-
So don't that make y'all selfish?
selfish because of what?
This nigga want to be.
All right, man. Listen, man. Let's land this
Oh, okay.
plane.
Because I'm like, 'cause I wanted to hear how
all
I made
get
it
it,
selfish, baby.
It's another fight. It's not. our
Another
fight.
division.
Yeah, so a subdivision.
Literally.
Yeah, another
Literally.
subdivision.
What else? More comments? I love
The last one was
it. Curly
what
hair
was-
almost got offended. Don't do me, girl.
We didn't have the choice. We weren't born. Black women are women. So how did we not benefit? We can't say I agree with the follow with, but so Shamari is saying we are women, whether we are black or white. So how did we not benefit?
Because
That's what I was
it
saying.
was not set up.
Yeah, but at that moment,
In 1837,
we didn't benefit from it. But eventually we did.
1930, we didn't benefit.
1920s,
1920, we didn't benefit.
we did because I googled it.
When the civil rights movement happened with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, we can go all the down the line with all these activists that was fighting for black rights. This is when the Brown versus the Board of Education, when the Arkansas 9, those subdivisions, things that they did for black people, this is when you all benefit. Y'all didn't benefit from these
But black
crackers.
women was able to vote in 1920s. But
That
might
was
be,
from
that
the
might
civil
not be
rights,
all
and that was the
benefits.
Okay,
It's
all
not
right.
all
Hold on,
benefits,
whoa,
but we
whoa,
benefited
whoa.
from
Nikki,
that.
hold on,
That's
Nikki.
not
Hold on,
feminist.
hold on, Nikki.
That's
Hold
not
on,
feminist.
Nikki 1 and 2. Y'all, hold on. This is what we finna do. We can have this conversation off camera. So we gotta land this plane, man. How did you like the show?
It was good.
We gotta talk to the mic.
It was good.
It was good. Okay, cool.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Well, Y'all don't do me. Okay, so I didn't expect my experience to go this well. I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm not really someone that talk to people that I don't know. Yeah, but the reason why I'm talking a lot is this Don Julio baby because
yeah,
without that I would be quiet.
Yeah.
So it was great. I loved it, and I hope I can come back and
Okay.
do my thing.
Sound like a plan, man. Listen, man. Mo.
I mean, I think, it always start off to like a teaching moment for everybody. I learned from you all just as much as I hope you learn something from me. But, it's one of those things that we want to go on forever because it is a teaching moment and we want to grow and get better. So always a great experience. Thanks for letting me fill in the great Daryl's footsteps.
No doubt, big dog.
Love it.
Put it on.
Yep.
No, I think this was interesting. I would like to talk a little bit more, but we're gonna land a plane. We'll
Yeah.
talk off bar, but
Yeah.
I kind of want to. What Shamari said. I mean, we're women by the end of the day, so how didn't we benefit with feminism? But I mean, that's offline.
Yeah.
But I did
benefit,
We could
girl.
do
This was
it.
good.
We could do it after.
I had
that.
another question. I wanted to kind of stir up the ruffle some feathers,
You know
but
what,
we'll
man?
do that next
I
week.
miss my thing, bro. I ain't gonna make it.
Damn,
so
the
loud.
gala. That's
Sure.
tough toenails.
I mean,
Damn.
Yeah, we can honestly, because I ain't gonna get there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I missed
God.
it. I can't. I'm gonna get there like 10:30. So that
No, we might as well go. Because what time was?
we got.
Because you got somewhere to go too.
Yeah, I got somewhere to go too.
Yeah.
This-
So,
Damn, y'all got somewhere to go. This is a good
But
conversation.
hey, I don't think black women benefit from the feminist movement.
Why not? That's insane to me. But I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You know, it's
I
just
don't
How the
understand,
hell?
man.
you know what?
driving,
You know what's
we
weird to
free.
me? Men on this platform will quick to tell us that we can't tell you guys
That was the
how
whole
you
point to
think.
divide black people.
But
Hey,
that's also
can I get a story? Can I get a story? Story
I
time.
mean, that's true
Even
in
if you
a
look at the
sense,
stats,
but
how black women
that's
do
what it
compared to
is.
white
So
women
if
is
you want to
terrible.
work, you
I have
want to do this,
I have a story.
no black men in the house.
So
Like it's
my
just
mom, since
came out.
I'm not a black woman, I can't
Yeah.
speak.
they
so
feel
every
like black people
my
thrive
mom,
together. They didn't want that.
my mom has
After this.
my mom had.
In the-
I'm gonna give you a story.
Get this story so
I
we
give
can
you-
land, bro.
My sister and my mom. My mom has 8 doctorates, right? Psychology,
Period.
nursing. So she has a lot of different. The students that she taught became her director and supervisor, right? As a black woman, she taught white students that became her direct supervisor or was advanced more than her. She had all the accolades, but she couldn't move because she was still a black woman. So when I say that it didn't benefit, you all like y'all think it benefit, it was for them.
I feel you.
Now my sister,
I feel you.
who's a principal, had to go through the ringers just to become a principal. Changed 3 schools around from an F to a B, and they still awarding white principal of the year, and they giving all these accolades. Don't you think for one moment y'all not niggas?
No,
Like,
I agree with that. I
The
agree.
feminine movement is for them. You may probably get the crumbs of it, but they don't care about y'all.
Well, maybe
I
they
mean, I guess I feel like
maybe the white women had to crawl so the black women could walk. Maybe
I mean-
sometimes, unfortunately, the reason why I say that is because it's bad to say that, but sometimes, depending on what era it is that you're in, certain things do transpire for other people to take it and mold it into their own thing.
like white people. They
So
stole
because
many
it was a
inventions.
white woman, because listen, I'm all pro black,
Clock
but
it.
sometimes if a white woman have to do a little something for me to take and craft it into my own shit and my own development, then so be it. That's what it is.
I can
But
agree
I'm
with you.
not gonna
So-
stump
so
behind a
tell
white
me-
woman and say,
Tell me what y'all
"Oh, we got the same equal
How did
rights."
y'all benefit from it?
Listen,
I just want to know like 3 key points if you can think of something that y'all
Yes.
benefited from.
voting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're talking about
white women and black women didn't start voting at the same time.
Okay,
It
but we
doesn't
started
matter.
voting after the fact.
the white
Black
we
men and
voted.
black women started voting at the same
Let
time.
me Google it.
That's
I
not
don't care.
not a benefit.
It doesn't matter, but that whole the movement behind
So it
it,
helped black men too?
I didn't say that. I'm talking about feminism.
We talking about the right to vote.
The right to vote for women.
It came at the same time.
It doesn't. What I'm saying is
That's not a benefit.
The white movement that started prematurely was able for us to go through the doors to vote. Period. No matter how the shit was sliced.
No, it took people, black men dying and losing their life protesting and on
You
the
think
front
they
line.
gave a fuck that y'all was dying?
Yeah.
No, they didn't care about that.
Yeah,
it was all about them trying to hear the voice of a white woman. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Either way it go, a white woman struggle, if that shit was to able to help a black woman a little bit, take that shit and craft it into your own. That's all I'm saying.
So what's another one you believe?
Employment.
1870 black men was
Why are
able
you
to vote.
doing that? Women could not do what they're doing
And
now.
black
What are we-
women was able to vote in 1920.
So they didn't benefit you all.
What do you mean?
If they didn't have this whole feminism and movement in the 1920s, whatever, do you think
No,
we'll be
1830.
1830s? Do you think we'll be able, women? Do you think we will be able to get where we are at now, even
Yes.
if it had nothing to do with us?
Absolutely.
And if it did, do you think it would have been a delay? Do you think it would
It
have
was
been
already
here?
delayed.
Right, but do you think it would have been something that would have been structured in 2020?
It was Frederick Douglass.
No,
that
what I'm saying
helped us
is, let's call a spade a spade.
1865.
If that shit happened in the 1800s, do you think if we took that away from us and the white women away, the feminism away in the 1800s, do you think we would have been able to talk what we talk now as black women today?
Yes.
right now, or would it have been a delay?
Because of the
It would have
because
been a
there was
delay.
There was different groups that helped us get to where we are.
What
That's
groups?
what he's saying.
What
Black Panther. There was different.
It was the black
places
movement that
in-
benefited
yes,
us, not feminism.
Not feminism. That's what he's trying to say.
Right.
Because
I
it's
don't know,
different.
y'all.
Y'all really
I'm
think
trying to
the
understand.
Black Panther
If
thing
you-
was
if you
cool,
go
but you
back,
guys really feel
the
like
Nation
the
of
Black
Islam.
Panther thing
No,
really?
I'm
Feminists
telling you
started
this
in
the past.
the
I, for one,
1300s.
can't tell you because I don't really go into history that much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a
But
lot.
there's different groups that help different segments of our lives.
Do you
No,
think they
no,
give
no,
a fuck
yeah.
about the
Wasn't
black
one of
groups
them.
that help the segment, or do
Say
you
that one
think
more time, I'm sorry.
do you think they really cared about the black movement of the small groups, or do you think they highlighted the fact that a white woman wanted to voice something?
No, because we didn't know. Half of us didn't even know a white woman was voicing that.
Right. So because they did it indirectly, do you think that?
They
do
do
you
a lot
not
of
think that
stuff
helped us? No.
Okay.
Why?
All right, that's
All
it.
right, all right.
I mean, we have
Nah,
some more
we finna
comments.
land. We finna land.
One more thing.
Because
I just
Shamari
want-
been with us all
I
day.
just want to say this. So
We finna land.
the feminist movement started with
Shamari.
the feminist movement started with the black women in 1970.
Don't trick me,
Right.
please, Mo.
19, it helped with addressing the unique experience black women facing both racism and sexism. So in 1970, this is when the black women began to form their own alliances to form their own.
You know what you just said?
No.
They was able to create their own alliances based off of what?
Racism and sexism.
No, but
That's what he said.
Right, but creating your own alliances created from something else, right?
That's what he said. Racism and sexism.
Okay,
Black
but
feminist organization gained promise in
what I'm saying
1970,
is
dressing.
the act of doing certain things allowed you to create certain things. Things happen in life for you to create certain things, right? Things happen in life for you to create groups, organizations.
What I'm saying is the white feminist movement did not benefit a black woman at all.
That's what he
Okay.
said.
At all.
Okay.
If
Y'all
you
fighting
saying
for
that it
something for
benefited
nothing.
you 1970 from 18, at all.
The right side gets the whole
I just
concept,
want y'all
whereas
to
the left side wants to be right.
Oh,
Exactly.
boy.
But which
God
side
damn.
getting the concept,
Like,
y'all?
from
No,
what
actually,
angle,
she
though?
talking about y'all not getting the concept.
Oh shit! I'm on my right.
No, I
Am
get
I
it, but
right?
what I'm saying is sometimes
Like
you
from
have,
what angle?
sometimes you have to get your knees dirty in order to get certain things to
better
another transparency.
understanding.
She said
Yeah,
he
I'm
is so
telling you.
wrong.
How is he wrong from what he's
Fuck
reading?
all that wrong
He
shit.
is so
Comments.
wrong.
No, by
Yeah,
the end of the day,
She said I'm wrong.
sometimes.
Capital S-O. You so
No,
wrong.
see, the thing is, people are really trying to. People are
That's
really
it,
trying
right?
to go for what's wrong, what's right. No, by the end of the day, certain fucked up organizations created for us to do certain things.
I know what is right.
That's what
Did
I
I read
think.
anything
Y'all wanna know what's
outside of
right?
context?
Listen, this was a great show.
It was.
Fuck all that, man. God damn it, we'll be here for 2 more hours, and that's not gonna happen.
We need a part 2 of this
Yeah.
episode because
Yeah, nah. Nah, we ain't doing that. Shit, man.
God,
They got my head hurting. So, man, listen, man.
Energy.
At the
I
end
like
of the,
that.
Joy, what you got to say last?
No, I love everybody. I'm not gonna say.
You not gonna say it?
No. I
Oh,
love
okay.
everyone.
Well, I'm definitely gonna say it. LetYourManCheat.com and peace.
Oh my
What?
God,
Oh
no.
my God.
And motherfucking
We not
peace.
promoting cheating.
I'm finna
Black
cut all y'all
love.
mic off. Fuck all y'all. Like I said, I'm cutting everybody mic off. I don't want to hear no interruptions. Let your man cheat in peace. This is another good show. Please like the video if you didn't already like the video in the beginning. What you said, Joy?
I ain't saying that.
Oh, okay.
So 1965, the voting rights happened.
Here you go.
1970.
Oh shit! No, no.
1970.
No, listen.
He's pulling out the black book.
Hold on. Civil rights movement started in 1965.
Nah.
That's when all the transition happened.
Yep.
1970 was the feminist movement when it started for black. So it started.
Yeah, feminazi.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
All right, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. Hey, listen. Hey man, this was a good show.
This was a good one. This was a good one. Next week we'll be here again
Yes, sir.
with some new questions,
Yeah.
new looks. Not looks.
Nah.
You doing some looks?
Nah, we ain't
No,
doing
you
new
ain't doing no
clothes
looks?
probably, but yeah, nah.
What?
Yeah, I probably have on something different. You would too.
Do something? All right. So we'll be here next week. This was a great show, y'all. Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
again.
So subscribe.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Fuck all that shit, man. This right here.
Right,
man.
Tiffany, I love them tonight, but I can't stand their ass.
We ain't even doing a long outro, man. Listen, man. Until next time, if you didn't already like the video, go to the YouTube page, go to hit every subscribe on every platform that we have. That's Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time.
Until next time.
So
Yeah, fuck all that.